Adam KC. Right behind me was Tex. He was from Baltimore. So there we were.
When Generation Y mingles with Generation What?
All right, see you in a week, Pops.
Huh?
No, not you.
Hey, dollface.
Hey, you get your mangy
Boys.
mitts off of my granddaughter!
Boys.
You're not my granddaughter.
Don't you
Your
tell
mitts
me
are
what
relaxed.
to do!
No.
This is damaging me emotionally.
Who?
The greatest generation in human history faces their greatest challenge. Pop Swap, only on Orlando's Super TV 3. The Blackwell Building, Wednesday, 9:15 a.m.
Why are you standing so close to the printer?
The paper's so warm when it comes out.
Oh, thank God. I thought I was the only one.
Oh, this place is freezing all the time.
I know, right?
So I'm not the only one?
Ladies, if you have time to be standing around, you certainly have time to be working. Don't you have anything you could be doing right now?
Yeah, like maybe have a core temperature of more than 65 degrees.
It's so cold. I can't type.
I don't know. It seems fine to me. I just get back to work. That's all I want.
I can't.
Someone needs to take charge around here.
Someone needs to light a fire in this bitch. Give me the papers, Alice.
Wait, what?
Men are always telling women what they can and can't do with their bodies. Now they have a stranglehold on the AC.
Hold on. The thermostat is right over there. Literally, I can see it from here. It's 20 feet away. I have no control over that.
Oh, right. It's always somebody else, never you, Harold.
Welcome, everybody. Wow, I'm loud in my own headphones. Hold on. Oh. Welcome, everybody. I am Owen Money. Joining me, as always, is my buddy Dirt McCoy.
Yes, sir.
This is Owen and Dirt's Pop Culture Radio. Also joining us is the talented and hairy Bushy. Hey. The rapper extraordinaire who's been laying down some heavy beats. No, you weren't. The tracks. You've been laying down some heavy tracks, right? Lyrics.
Yes.
Whatever.
Tracks,
lyrics, beats. I don't know all this music. Mumbo jumbo.
We've been in the lab.
You guys
We've been in the lab, yeah.
You guys been cooking up. You got some talent here, some real talent.
We're working on a new track, yeah. We had to follow that up. There's got to be a sophomore effort from Bush, PCR Bush.
Well, I'm looking forward to a full rap album, one that I can understand and isn't about killing people.
Oh, well, we might have to.
We're gonna have to
scratch a lot of scratch a lot of that.
We're gonna have to remove the other 9 songs.
Well, that's all right. I'll just listen to the one over and over again. it's important for me anyway to fill my mind, fill my life with positive things. Dude, like, I say that, but I mean it's all bullshit because I live in the negativity. I mean that's where I swim.
Yeah.
So you reside.
Dude, like basically any negative thought you can think of, throw in like a pool, Olympic-sized pool, have it overflow, and then drown me in it, because that's where I live. That's where I fucking live. It's wonderful to be back. I love you guys, and I love doing this. And you know, last week I wasn't here. You guys did great. You guys do your own thing, and it's fucking awesome, and I love it. But you know, something happened to me last week, a week and a half ago now, and really fucking annoying because you don't plan for things like this. And it involved me having to go to the doctor. Did y'all say last week, you know, why I wasn't
We
there?
did not. No,
All right.
we didn't say it.
First off, I want to say, if you have a job or whatever, you have to file taxes. You're on the government health care. Make sure you fucking file your taxes. Don't take a year off just because, you know, hey, I'll do it next year. I'll do 2 taxes next year in 2024. And you do that, and you get things in there. But I guess insurance needs you to do the taxes on time, like a year prior.
Oh, no.
Or they cancel things. So I've been paying my share. I see these fucking commercials for these government health insurances, and these motherfuckers going, I got insurance for $15.
Yeah.
Well,
I've
but
never
it's
been
probably-
able to find that.
It's probably ass, though, even if you do get it.
Well, look, apparently it's set up with what you make. If you make a lot of money, you're going to pay a lot more in health
right,
insurance.
exactly.
Motherfuckers. Anyway, this whole year I've been paying. I paid all my what I needed to pay, but I go to the doctor. So I wake up one morning, last Wednesday morning, and this is the kind of fucking shit you can't fucking plan for, you know. I rub my belly, you know.
You couldn't plan for that?
What? No, hold on. I rub my belly,
As you do.
and I feel these 2 little bumps. I'm like, what the fuck? Do I got like little infected hairs or something? Do I have a little pimples starting? I got to squeeze them?
Growing extra penises.
That would be amazing.
Actually, you know, the negative thoughts.
just
pop
being
in.
able to say somebody, you can suck both my dicks.
All 3 if you're really talented.
I look down and they're kind of red and swollen, and I go, oh shit, the cancer's back. You know, I'm gonna die now. This is it. I go, no, I just got fucking pimples. So I go to work. I get home from work. They're even bigger. They're even more swollen. Now you trying to touch them and they fucking hurt. I'm like, what the hell is going on? I'm dead. I'm done. I'm
Flesh-eating bacteria.
Yeah, you know, people, you're supposed to live to like 90 now, and I got 45 years. That's good enough, you know. Whatever, got half of. So anyway, I take another day to convince myself this is getting worse. You need to go to the doctor. My whole entire fucking side, like, was all red. The actual initial like bumps have like turned hard and swollen. And my whole side is starting to turn red. And
I was watching something on TV that made me hard and swollen the other day. I can't remember what it was.
Well, did you ooze goo? Yeah, maybe.
Well, yeah.
Okay, of
course. What's the point?
Stupid
Was
question.
it green?
I think it was a Publix commercial.
Oh, you too?
Yeah.
The new cheesesteak? Oh.
Them
No, you two wasn't in this one.
those pub subs really get me going. But anyway, so I go to the emergency clinic there. I give 'em
Wait,
my-
did you fuck a pub sub?
when I'm unconscious, anything could happen. So
Okay.
I'm just gonna say that, but no, I don't want to waste a sub on my dick. That's just going in my belly. I'm just saying. I hate wait. There was one time while I was with a girl and we did like a bunch of whipped cream and shit, and I'm like, this is just gross. I just want to fucking eat the whipped cream, no hair, no skin flakes in it. Just let me eat the whipped cream as you suck my dick. How about that? You know? I mean, that's
A whole tub of Kool Aid, and I'm just gonna spoon it into my mouth while you blow me.
Remember that movie, the football movie, where the girl makes the whipped cream bikini?
Oh, what was that called? Blue Mountain
Varsity
State.
Friday Night
Varsity
Lights.
Blues.
Varsity Blues. Yeah. We tried that, and you know, it's better in theory. It's better on the movie screen than in real life, because you know, whipped cream's not supposed to have fucking hair and rub.
Yeah, I think I
dunked
tried
in
some
it.
kind of syrup sometime, and I was like, this is a terrible idea.
Anyway, so
Sorry, back to your ailment.
yeah, I'm just saying, I'm still. It's not nearly as bad, but what's left, like stings like a motherfucker.
So what happened?
I guess it was a stupid brown spider fucking bite.
Brown recluse spider. Okay.
It's hard when I'm 4 beers in and we just starting the goddamn show.
Hey, we started 2 hours ago. I'm surprised I'm actually talking at all.
I went to the doctor. They definitely said it was a spider bite. They wouldn't say it was a brown recluse. They go, if it gets worse, come back immediately.
Yeah, they don't want to get sued if they're wrong. I get it.
Well, it got worse immediately. I mean, but I didn't go back because, again, back to the insurance thing. How much do you think? I walk into this emergency clinic. They take me back. The doctor looks at me and she goes,
$468, I'll tell you already.
That's actually really close. It was like
I've never had insurance.
It was like $380, I think, with tax. And
No, let me rephrase. I've had insurance twice. Anytime I actually needed it, they denied covering me after I'd been paying in for like 6 months. So
yeah,
fuck
that's
insurance.
the thing.
Yeah.
I paid all year. Somebody could have told me, hey, you need to file something, which I did eventually, but it was just too late. Could have told me, hey, save this thousands of dollars that you're paying this year.
When I had the duck jack fall on my hip,
Whack.
it was in like November or something like that. And I went to the doctor, got x-rays. I was in physical therapy around January. Okay, so January, I had an appointment for the physical therapist, say like January 4th, and I walk in and they're like, we're sorry, Mr. Bushy, your insurance is saying that you're not covered for the next visit. And I said, that doesn't make any sense. I've been working for this company for like 3 years. I bank a certain amount of hours every year. So I call up the insurance and they go, oh, well, that resets at the start of the year. And I said, well, how does that make any sense? I said, I got hurt at the end of the year and I've been banking hours for 3 years. They're like, oh, no, you bank hours each year and it resets. I'm like,
oh man.
So I got kicked out of my physical therapy. Like, it was embarrassing. It was like sliding your debit card, and then telling you don't have any money. I showed up to get physical therapy. They're like, you're not covered. I'm there in the office, trying to, find out what's going on. And they tell me that I don't have enough banked hours.
And then the therapist is like, everybody wave goodbye to this loser who didn't have enough banked hours.
And I had for 3 years. It was, I still to this day, when I tell people that, they're like, "Oh no, that can't be right." I'm like, I know it's right because I didn't get physical therapy. I was supposed to get physical therapy into March.
Yeah, this doctor literally looked at me for 30 seconds. She goes, "Let me see it." I showed it to her. She goes, "Yep, a lot of people are coming in with that exact same thing. I'm going to write your prescription. Bye." So for like 30 seconds, that was $380 or whatever.
Oh yeah.
And then I got the prescription. And I go to I'm like, what the fuck am I going to do? I don't have insurance. I wonder how much this is going to fucking cost me. So I go to Walgreens or
sometimes you get luckier, actually.
That's what I was going to say.
Yeah, with the prescription, you actually get out better.
My copay for a prescription is $40. I go there. I let them know that I'm having issues with my insurance. They go, okay, well, no insurance. We'll ring this up in the no insurance price. My copay would have been $40. If I would have paid for it outright with no discount or whatever, it would have been like $150. But she goes, we got the no insurance discount for your antibiotics. That'll be $34. $34. That's cheaper than my copay.
And if you flirt with them, they got a coupon back there. They'll fucking scan. You'll get it for about $25.
Oh, I didn't try that.
I have an audio clip of your doctor. Can I play that?
Sure. Go ahead.
Is this the doctor that helped you?
God damn it.
That's from the Simpsons movie, by the way. Here comes the spider pig.
Spider pig.
You're in my mind because I had this queued up to play in my background. Like, I didn't play it when I was telling the story, but anyway, I will say right now, I guess it could have been other spiders, right? It doesn't have to be a brown recluse, right?
If it was oozing all different kinds of colors.
It's probably a brown recluse, yeah.
You think so?
If it burnt really bad, like battery
fire,
acid,
yeah.
then most likely.
It's got to be what it is.
I'm going to show you what's left. I mean, it's not that bad.
Okay.
But
the only other one that's worse is the Black Widow, but then basically you would know because you would have almost died.
Right.
Same thing. Okay. And the thing is, the fucking spider didn't bite me once. Like, normally you get bit and it goes away. The motherfucker either munched me twice or possibly a third time, because when this was healing up, there was 3 distinct holes, but I think one was so big that I think it broke into 2.
I was watching some videos on Pornhub about that. It was all 3 holes. Is that what you're talking about?
No, look at this shit. See, I still have.
Ooh.
Oh.
When you touch them, like fire goes through my whole fucking body, man.
Well, I will say the fact
It looks like you fell off a skateboard at a high rate of speed.
listen, the
Well,
fact
this
that
is a week and a half later, too.
since you have 2 close together,
Yeah.
and you don't remember getting bit, most likely it did happen
Sleeping?
in your bed, asleep.
Well-
it bit you unconscious. You kind of swept it away or tried to sweep it away. It got you again, and then you might have rolled onto it or killed or ate it. You do weird things in your sleep.
I must fucking taste like bacon or something, because, like, who fucking gets bit twice? I mean, they have to be threatened, and you're right. I actually got up that night and went to the office and pulled the bed out and laid in the so it was probably right.
It's probably in that bed, yeah.
Motherfucker. Well, I sprayed everything because I have the kids in there when I'm working and shit, and they're crawling around. I'm thinking, man, the spider's going to kill one of the kids soon, and it's been a rough week with my mind. That's why I like to try to put positivity in my fucking head. It doesn't really work. I've been on the brink of death, even though I've been nowhere close to it this week. And then I'll lay down because I'm a side sleeper and I can't sleep on this side, and if I sleep on the other side, my fat belly pulls my skin.
Oh yeah,
and it hurts. So I would go out to the couch and prop myself up in one of the easy recliners and then lay there and then I would like kind of be on the do you guys. Maybe it's just me, but I'll be like laying on the blanket a little bit, and then I'll try to move, but I can't move because I'm laying on the fucking blanket, and like I can't lift up because the blanket's keeping me down, but I'm also on the blanket that's keeping me down. And I start panicking in my head a little bit, like I'm a 90-year-old man and I can't move, and I'm going to die by myself here under the blanket. I go, wait a minute, I'm only 45. That's 40 years away. So nobody else like gets that crazy. Or
That's actually what I'm thinking about when I'm writing my lyrics.
Dying when you're an old man.
Yes. Yep.
So anyway,
I hope I can convey that nervous death energy.
All right, what I did find. Here I got a phone number for you. I want you to dial this. This is by a bunch of kids. I will say that this is for if you're having anxiety, or you're having just like a bad day, or
you just gonna read it to me on the air. Or?
Oh, is this what it was like an elementary school
Yes.
class did?
Yes.
Oh,
I've heard about this.
Yeah.
I will read the number out on air because if you're having a fucking bad day out there, if you got bit by a fucking spider and it came back for seconds and thirds, and you think you're going to die, you probably will, but go ahead and dial this number before you die.
Go ahead.
707-873-7863. I'm sorry, 7862.
If there's a mechanical answering service and there's an option for if you've been bitten by a spider, press 7, I will cry.
It is an automated system, but you got to choose what kind of speech you want. Well, hold on.
Hang on.
Hold on. We got to get this through the board. But yeah, this has been some of the worst pain like I've had.
You've been called this number 12 times a day.
No, I haven't yet. I was waiting for the show to see if it was decent or not. But no, I have been. I'll go online and I'll search for like anxiety meditation, 10-minute meditation, and I'll do that. And really, I know it's a mental problem. It's a mind problem. Because if you just learn to focus your mind on something else that doesn't upset you, it's like a superpower. You stop all that like noise in your head.
Hi, welcome to Pep Talk, a public art project at Westside School. Bienvenidos a Pep Talk, un proyecto creado por los estudiantes de Westside School.
I don't
Para un mensaje feliz, presiona 5.
Please listen to the following options for encouraging messages.
Okay, here we go.
Press 5.
If you're feeling mad, frustrated, or nervous, press 1.
Nervous? No, I'm not
If
nervous.
you need words of encouragement and life advice, press 2.
Life advice?
If you need a pep talk from kindergartners, press 3.
Oh, that's the one.
If you need to hear kids laughing with delight, press 4. To hear how awesome you look, press 6.
6!
For bonus pep talks, press 7.
No, let's go 6.
Donate,
I need to
press
hear
0.
how awesome I look.
You look better than a star in the sky. Lady, you're doing great. Rainbows are jealous of you. Bro, you're looking great.
To donate to keep the hotline going, press 0.
Oh, no, we don't need to donate for this shit.
Or go to peptalk.net.
Press 3. Can we press 3?
peptoc.net.
You can do it. Keep trying. Don't give up.
I don't know what that was.
hell?
That just made me want to kill myself,
0
kids.
to receive a text with a link. Or go
All
to
right, all right.
peptalk.net.
The kid that went, hey, bro, you're looking great.
Nervous, press 1.
All right, let's
If
do
you
the
need
nervous one.
words of
I'm feeling
encouragement
nervous.
And life advice, press 2.
What life advice?
If you need a pep talk from kindergarten, be grateful for yourself. Dude, live it up.
That kid is the shit.
Be you. I trust that you can make things right. Be happy. Try it again. Believe in yourself. If you're feeling up high and unbalanced, think of groundhogs. It's okay to be different. Always stay together.
That kid's
Don't
mom
give up,
smells like
power through.
patchouli.
We all really like you.
We
Never
all
back
really
down,
like
never
you.
give up. The world is a better place with you in it.
Everyone is capable of doing anything. You just have to let yourself shine.
All right.
Bro, you're looking great.
Okay, thank you. All right,
Be
close
responsible.
it. All right,
Be
let's
nice.
I want to go back
Be
in 15 years
You are okay.
and redo this with all these kids, and they'll be like, "Fuck life, I hate it." Nobody told me about bills and taxes, motherfuckers.
Maybe that one kid will be going, who peeks in kindergarten?
I was the funniest I'll ever be.
Dude, you're looking old. All right. Well, that's kids. Hey, it made us laugh.
It's fucking
It
great.
made us feel better.
It's a great concept, to be honest with you. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm.
How much for an 800 number? We could start that, and people can call up for a pep talk. And
Oh,
they'll get
yeah.
Bushy going, "You suck," and then I can come on and go, "What's that smell? Is that your feet, motherfucker?" We could just insult the people.
I don't think that's pep talk. I must have misunderstood the project.
I'm sorry. That's the hate that's inside me.
Oh.
It's spilling out.
The thing that's so funny to me is like, you know, I mean, we know each other well enough. I always, every time I'm about to say something, I always go, man, I really hope nobody takes this the wrong way. But I think that we could have a great hotline where it's just Bushy answering, telling you all the shit that's happening in his life, and then you're like, oh, fuck, that makes me feel so much better.
It used to bother me sharing it, and now the fact that I realize it makes people feel better, and at the same time you're sharing, so you're kind of talking about
Unloading.
the shit. I'm okay with it. Yeah. We could do that.
Yeah.
That would be fucking hilarious.
The
though.
thing is,
Oh, you think that's bad?
people go through a lot of shit in their lives, and like I know this spider bite thing is trivial, but in that moment, it seemed like the world was ending. Oh my God, I can't work now. Everything sucks. But where was I going with that? There was a positive.
I know something that takes all those feelings away.
Yeah. Drugs.
Yeah.
No prescription necessary.
But
No.
there was a positive spin on that. But anyway, spiders suck. Shake your there's this whole week I've been shaking my clothes out. Like, I'm paranoid fucking now that I think there's something everywhere. And I planted more bushes today, and like
that'll fix it.
No, the whole time I was like, holy fuck, I feel like things are all over me the whole time.
Yeah.
You want to know the top level of what you're thinking about, and I have no problem saying this is definitely worse, but I know exactly what you're dealing with. After I cut my fingers in half with a table saw, every time I'd hear a table saw turn on or go to try to use one, I'd have a I think it was the
PTSD.
first time I understood what a panic attack was.
Oh,
you know what I
yeah.
mean? Just hearing the sound of the table saw, like people would fire it up 2 rooms over, that you know, and I'd get nauseous.
Did you save your fingertip?
Yeah, no, they put it all back together.
Well, I mean, that's it.
Yeah,
it looked like there's some missing.
You never looked at it?
No, I've looked at it, but it looks like there's some missing.
It was split long ways, which usually people. I'm an innovator. Usually people go, you know,
across
perpendicular. I went parallel
That means
right
you're serious.
right up the middle.
Yeah.
He cut his like a hot dog bun.
Yep. So they call me Hot Dog Bun Bushy.
You got 11 fingers total.
Did I ever tell you guys that for Halloween that year, I actually just took I took photos of my fingers when that happened. Like I was it was so bad I couldn't get anybody that was there to take photos of it. I had to do it myself while I was all loopy on Ativan or it wasn't Ativan. What's the antipsychotic? They wouldn't put me out.
I don't know.
They wouldn't knock me out. So I literally watched some dude cut my bones off with a pair of like wire cutters and then like.
So there is something missing.
Yeah, no. It's short. It's slightly shorter, and if you look, I got like a weird nail coming out the side there.
Yeah. Well, hey, yeah, it could have been worse.
Hey.
Oh, slightly.
But but where I was going was for Halloween that year, I took those pictures and I had them blown up. And Randy, the guy that was on the show this one time, he had a Halloween party, and we put those pictures all over the like hors d'oeuvres table.
Finger foods, man. I love it.
Oh God, that's disgusting.
I was literally still like bleeding and oozing. That was my whole costume. Was just the fact my hand was all fucked up.
You're like, oh, you really went far for a fucking costume this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, never mind. I got a whole bunch of drugs here for antipsychotic, but there's a bunch of antipsychotic
Just
drugs
name a
out
couple.
there.
I always forget the name of what they gave me, but as soon as I hear it, I'll know.
Chlorpromazine. Flovazine.
Nope.
Haloperidol.
Nope.
Perprempazine.
Nope.
Aspartame.
Nope.
What's it in with?
I don't remember.
Azole, those are the two. Zol and Zine is what they end up.
Yeah, no, that
doesn't matter.
I forget what it was.
Like with my anxiety and shit, people say like some of these fucking drugs would help, but I just don't want to jump on that like drug train. Like once you get on, it's hard to get off, right?
That is true.
So what's better? I mean, I know I'm not alone in this, like, freaking yourself out with your own fucking thoughts. But what's better? Struggling with that or actually getting on a medication where you're relying on a medication? This is like real talk.
Ooh, well, see, it's kind of a slippery slope because if you get to a point where everything's working good and you're reliant on a medication, now you've just given yourself a whole other stigma with that. When you stop taking that medication,
will you go back?
You're gonna think, "Oh, I need it now. I have to have it." You know what I mean? I have to have it to feel. Yeah. So I don't know, man.
So we talked about this a little bit for a second before the show, but I wanted to wait for the show. My lovely girlfriend, Boston Britt, she's planning a birthday party for me next weekend.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to be turning 45 this month. Yay! I guess it's a big deal.
It is, yeah.
Half a 90. I don't know.
I did it a year ago.
Well, did you have a big party?
Yeah, I always do.
No, that's right.
You were here.
Yeah. I was. Physically, but mentally I might have been wasted. Like, when I think about a party, I start getting like all this anxiety. Like, okay, everybody that's got to come has got to have a great experience, got to have fun, they got to do this, blah, blah, blah. And then I start thinking about the last birthday party I had. It was when I turned 35. Had a big old fucking birthday party. Had a bunch of people there that some of which are no longer here, like Charlie Carlson, the author of
Right.
Wherefore. He was there. And this was one of the times he came at a personal event. It wasn't like a Spook Hunters thing. It wasn't a Weird Floridas thing. He came for my birthday party, and we did like a whole radio show, and he was there. And it was like a month later, he was gone. Wes, my buddy Wes, who used to do the Spook Hunter stuff with me, he was there. He died that year as well. Actually, he died that year real soon after that birthday party, and then Charlie died like a year. So anyway, when I think back to like one of the happiest times of my life, this party where everybody was together, it almost was like the trigger to like start killing people out of my life. So I think there's some of that is like coming up. We're like, oh my God, I'm having another party. If we have a party, who's going to die, And it's not it's not feelings that are in reality, and I understand that, but they're feelings that take over my whole presence, and it's like I don't even want to fucking go that way because I don't want to lose anybody.
Yeah.
Fucking stupid.
Yeah.
It's not stupid.
I hear you. No, I hear you. I know what you're saying.
It's perfectly understandable. I mean, I'm one of the people that as soon as shit's going well, I immediately go, oh, where's it
Where's the shoe gonna fall?
coming from?
Yeah.
Who exactly? You know, what pet's gonna die next? What friend is
Right.
gonna get cancer? You know, I mean, it's just being human, and I think the older we get, the more the shit happens. So the more.
So we don't need a birthday party. Let's just scratch it.
No, it's just well. Here's the thing, or you look at it the other way. It's just the opposite. You never know when people are going to die. What if you don't have the party, and then somebody dies after, and you go, "Fuck! At least if I would have had the party, we would all. I would have had that last memory of us all chilling and having a good time." I'm gonna kill myself soon, so you better have the party, or you're gonna have no memories. I got like 2 more songs in me, and then I'm out.
No, I'll go back and listen to the shows.
I know I get where you're coming from, but the thing about it is, man, and like, listen, I've had so many people in the last going back to 8 years. In the last 8 years, I've had like 7 people close to me pass away, but there was no like direct correlation between any of them. Some of them were Billy Maines and Morgan Steele were great friends. They passed away almost a year exactly from each other. So I get it. But the thing about it is, like, to me, like, we had a big, celebration for Morgan 1 year after his death. Billy was there. Billy read some of Morgan's letters on stage, and then Billy passed away like a couple months after that, unexpectedly. So I get where you're coming from, but the thing about it is, like, I mean, logically, being rational, that they're not connected.
They're not.
But I do understand, like, having that sort of, like, trigger, to it where you're like, if I do this, then this is going to happen. I understand that. Like,
Normally what I do is I just ignore the feelings, and I say, let's party. And the whole time at the birthday party or whatever we're doing, I have this fake facade up, like I'm having fun, but really behind there I'm like, riddled with anxiety and stuff. And I guess maybe I'm getting so old, I'm tired of it, So that's where the question was, maybe I should just take some drugs and make me feel better, or
well, I mean, that's always a great option, but
or just deal with the pain constantly until the sweet release of death.
I would say if the party's going to traumatize you, I think we'd all understand
right.
Not having it. I was excited. I was looking forward to it. I am unable to have, parties for my birthday, so I look forward to you guys having them, so I get to get out and any excuse to hang out with you guys, basically, I'm fine with. But what if you don't label it a birthday party? What if you just say, hey, we're having a get-together? Or is that the same thing? Can you trick yourself?
Is it on your birthday?
Can you trick yourself so I get to party, motherfucker?
You know what? How about this? How about everybody comes over, they party, I go in the other room, take a nap.
Well, that wouldn't be how I planned it.
Yeah, I don't think that's ideal, but
I know. I'm sure there'll be a party. I'm sure we'll have fun. I'm sure everything will be fine and nobody will die. I hope.
Well, you fucked it up now, because now the whole time I'm at the party, I'm gonna be like, God damn it, is Owen really having a good time, or is he fake being happy?
Yeah, and then while he's doing that, I'm going to be at the party looking around the room going, I wonder who it is.
Who's going to die next? Who's going to die next?
I'm not saying I'm going to fucking gamble on it.
I was going to say, who's taking bets?
Death pool at my own birthday party.
We got a fucking dry erase board.
Somebody gets the whole pool. It's $20 buy-in, but everybody gets the whole pool if somebody dies on their way home.
Oh.
I can make that happen.
No, don't. No. You live down the street. It's like a straight road to your house.
I was going to say there's one S-curve. There's one S-curve. That house has been there a long time.
See, what I was going to ask about the party was if your grandma was going to be there.
Oh.
I can make it happen.
Because if she is going to be there.
Me
too. Or you know what? She'll be the one that dies. We can focus on that.
Oh, maybe you invite people to the party you want to. No, I didn't.
No, yeah, that's a can. That's a can you don't want to open.
I mean, it fixed the odds, right?
It does. I mean,
no,
I was going to say if your grandmother's going to be there, then I was going to say, hey, can we invite Danny and Caesar?
Oh yeah,
because that would be really funny.
Well, I don't want them to die.
I thought it'd be funny for you and Danny to like serve Miss Dot like the
both of us fight over it.
Yeah.
You know,
that'd be
it could
funny.
happen. I mean, she called me the other night when I was really in pain with my bite, and I didn't want to talk on the fucking phone. She called like 5 times in a row, and finally, you'd think I'd answer, but I just turned the ringer off.
Damn.
And the next morning, I called her, and I'm like, Grandma, what's wrong? Is the TV working? I mean, your remote working? Yep, that's all fine. I just was bored, thought I'd talk. And I'm like, you called me 5 times in a row. I thought something was horrible, so I called you 8 hours later.
Right.
I'm a horrible grandson.
It's like you pick the phone, the first thing she goes, "How you doing, girl?"
No,
I just did my hair.
I think she saw on Facebook where I'd been bitten by a spider, and she wanted to check in, which was nice.
Oh.
It made me feel good, but
I do like the idea that you said, because I was praying for a radioactive spider, but I think there's better chance that you infected that spider, and now he's just watching Netflix and overeating.
He hasn't made a web; he's made a hammock, and he's swinging in it.
He doesn't talk to his grandmother anymore either.
I have 1,946 children, and I don't talk to what? Wait, that's not me. That's not me. That's not me at all. I'm sorry.
That spider has human powers now.
I got webs everywhere.
He's not paying his taxes wherever he's at.
Man, spider don't need no insurance.
Welcome to the real world.
Yeah, I was kind of hoping like I'd shoot webs, but I just shot goo out of both of my bleeding
Orifices.
holes. In the side of my
shot goo.
Yeah, well, dude, one of them, these 2 bites or impacts, I don't know what you want to call them. They, one of them squirted out this like white pus, like maybe.
This is not your wiener.
No.
Okay.
The bug bites.
Okay.
The other one shot this like red, pink, like smoothie looking concoction.
That's actually better. That means that there's blood there and it's actually healing and stuff.
Well, I got a bunch of different colors coming out. I could have
the green is the bad one.
Yeah, no green, luckily. Not coming out of the holes anyway.
Just out of your pocket. Just treat them.
I didn't wash them for a week. They turned green. No,
Well.
I'm kidding. But no, hey, somebody told me that if you take Vicks Vapor Rub and rub them over your bug bite, it'll make it feel better.
Really?
That's what I heard. I did not do it.
You got to take ecstasy first.
Okay.
I have BioFreeze if you want to throw it on there in the break and see what happens. It's similar.
Similar?
Yeah.
Well, these are. You want to do it?
We'll do it. Yeah,
I do.
You want to go grab it right now? Let's do it right now.
Okay. Yeah, we can do that.
Go grab it right
All
now.
right, I'll go grab it right now. Hold on.
And here.
Wait, who told you this? This was a good idea?
I don't know.
Okay. I mean, I'm down either way. I don't have to do anything.
I asked Google, and I think they said, yeah, it's an old wives' tale, but just use what's it called? The stuff that you get a cut and you put it on there. Bacitracin.
Or Neosporin?
Same thing, bacitracin.
Okay.
But here, since I had it bandaged before the show, because even with my shirt, when it rubs against it, it's like sandpaper. And they're kind of deep. So with putting this stuff, it's going to get in the hole.
What's probably going to happen is it's topical, and it'll probably make everything, because generally, like, it's really hot and it stings and it burns. So maybe the coolness, you know what I mean, around it will kind of alleviate some of that heat. Or it's going to get in the bite and it's going to sting really bad.
That's what I'm thinking.
It's something that somebody made up just to fuck with their buddy, like I would.
I'm going to try it because, as I sit here, I mean,
I'm like 50-50. I don't know. It could maybe it's both. Maybe it makes it feel better and it burns worse. Who knows?
If I sit still, not a problem. But if I wiggle a little bit and the shirt rubs against it, it's fire. So, all right.
So it's like getting sandburn on your nipples from skinboarding for 6 hours straight.
Imagine Like, well, it's not so much now, but imagine getting, you know, like a cigarette burn out in your hand.
Yeah.
And it just never going out.
Yeah.
That's
Hold that up to the camera, though. So
okay.
BioFreeze. Do you know what BioFreeze is?
Well,
It's like a muscle relaxant kind of
cools
thing.
It's gel.
Yes. But it's like Bengay. Remember Bengay?
Mhm.
But this is like super, super menthol. It penetrates the skin and it numbs or soothes muscles.
You've never used BioFreeze?
Really?
No, I'm saying you've never used BioFreeze, Owen?
I really don't use anything to, like, help me.
BioFreeze.
Product.
I'm just saying, BioFreeze is the shit, dude.
It is. It's really nice.
So it's not going to sting then?
Well,
I don't know. I mean,
I don't know. I'm pretty sure on the instructions it says do not put an open wound, but
I can't read it. It
good
doesn't
enough.
look
I mean, you're not gonna die. It's not gonna be worse, or it is. So it feels like you're putting ice on.
It's super cold, right?
Nope, not ice.
No.
Ow! Ow! Ow!
Is that not better?
Oh, it's the open. It's ow.
You're supposed to swish it around your mouth first and spit it in your
Oh,
in your
okay.
hand.
Well, that's where I went wrong. No. Ow. Shit.
Is it burning?
Yeah.
I love your commitment because I figured that it was probably not a great idea.
Well, I said on the break, but I should have known this cocksucker's going to want to try it on the air.
That one's really deep over here. God damn it.
I can feel the coldness entering my body.
Nope, just feels like needles.
Oh, man, really?
So it's good.
I mean, he's still got one more of those one-chip challenge. You rub that fucker on there. if you're going with crazy ideas.
Right now I need an ice pack. Fuck that.
An ice pick.
Ice pack. An ice pack, I don't know, whatever. Yeah, and here's the other thing, which probably wasn't the best of ideas. Like, I've heard, and I think it's true because I kind of experience it, like your body can only process one type of pain at a time.
Okay.
So if you got something physically hurting, you know, they say like if you cut your hand, you know, stomp on your toe, it'll get your mind off your hand.
Right.
Well, if you got like this gaping hole in your side and you're gooing from it and it hurts, think of something painful, a memory, and you'll stop feeling the physical pain.
Nah, I got you one better. I used to be fuck crazy, and when I catch a Charlie horse, I just bite the shit out of the back of my hand.
Oh man,
that's a little different.
That's not the same.
You gotta massage them.
I think it kind of is the same.
Massage? No, you gotta elevate a different pain to distract yourself from it.
Yes,
and make you come harder.
Splat. Maybe I should have come in these, and maybe.
I mean, I can fuck your spider holes if you want me to.
God damn it!
We got a long enough break, right?
Anti-venom is my jism. All right, I tell you what, I need to
whole new meaning to suck the poison out.
I need to wipe this off.
All right, you want to take a break?
Yeah, let's play me a music.
I'm
play me a music.
I'm super excited about the playlist I made for tonight.
All right, me too.
Oh, I love you. Owen, do you know this song?
Walking in the spider web?
Yeah.
I know this song. It's fucking hot.
All right, you're listening to Pop Culture Radio. We'll be right back.
The war on vending machines is hitting closer to home. It's hitting the workplace. Salutations. My name is Dr. Patience McCracknuts, PhD. Reap the benefits of healthy living with Dr. McCracknuts' line of tasty vending comestibles. And because Dr. McCracknuts knows a thing or two about those mid-afternoon doldrums and lethargy, we have started dispersing vitamin B12 syringes in all of our vending machines. Lift your spirits and carry on, ladies and gents. Your hunger just met its worst nightmare. Dr. McCracknuts.
Coming to a vending machine near you.
The twilight years are the best years of your life.
But you might not know that if you're just watching TV.
Hi, I'm host Chris Christopher.
And I'm Neil Steinfeld. Getting older offers insightful commentary and wisdom to those of you enjoying your last years.
We understand you have, at best, 4 more years left. Getting older shows old people, not unlike yourself, doing things exceptionally better than you.
Drop us a line to be featured on the next episode. And do it quickly, sooner rather than later.
Time is a precious thing, and so is tuning in to Getting Older.
I often wonder what kind of a future we're going to leave behind for the children, you know?
Hey, John.
Howdy, Belle. You all right?
This is John. He's been a Continental truck driver for over 35 years.
They said, basically, you can't have the trees no more, can't chop them. There ain't none left, which I know is false. I pass them by every day, driving.
Recent congressional hearings have decimated his trucking routes, carrying precious timber from Washington State to Washington, D.C.
They call it damaging the earth. What about me? I need to feed my kids, and that's by driving a truck filled with lumber. The future concerns me right now, if I have enough money to feed my kids, yeah?
Environmental groups are petitioning against American jobs at an alarming rate, citing global climate change on so-called deforestation. Tell your state senator that American jobs are more important than trees. The planet can wait. John can't.
This message paid for by Americans for Work.
Now, from Future Entertech comes the latest killer app, Sicker, taking care of your tomorrow, today. Call in sick while avoiding accountability.
I couldn't believe it. I had this super hot guy stay over, and I just couldn't even. All I had to do was answer a few simple prompts.
Dear boss, with my deepest regrets,
Angela,
am unable to perform my duties today due to...
No, I'm sick. Stomach, headache. I'm sick.
Sincerely,
Angela.
Sicker's patent-pending algorithm is designed to get you a hassle-free day off whenever you need it.
I woke up with a case of anal glaucoma. You know, I couldn't see my ass going to work today. Let me tell you, sick is a real life changer.
Dear boss, with my deepest regrets,
Hey, Johnny!
am unable to perform my duties today due to...
Johnny, you gotta get her here. See what this hand does. Hey, let me get a shot. Shot for everybody.
Sincerely,
Sicker, taking care of your tomorrow, today.
do you handle sensitive information across your servers, but hate taking the responsibility of serious repercussions if they're mishandled? Introducing Hillary Mail. It's like Snapchat for national secrets.
My ex must have accidentally sent me nudes.
What? No way.
Should I open it?
Let me see. Yeah.
No way, Jose. Or en español, soy tu abuelita.
Nothing sticks on Hillary, and it shouldn't stick on you.
I just emailed my boss and told him off.
Aren't you worried you'll be fired?
Nope.
I mean, you're gonna be fired.
I got Hillary Mail.
Mike emailed awfully late.
I stand with you if you stand with me, regardless of what you stand for.
Hillary Mail, for when you just want to do whatever you want to do. Tonight on Orlando's Super TV 3, from the producers of Naked and Enlightened, we bring you the social experiment of the century, Pop Swap.
Who's got the TV? Who's got the batteries for the remote?
That is the remote for the Himalayan salt rock lamp.
Salt rock? What the hell is that?
We don't have a TV in
No
here.
TV. Yes, we have a TV. I worked 30 years for. We have a
Get
TV.
in tune with, the root chakra.
I got my chakras. My doctor prescribes them. Rhonda, you're talking nonsense.
Actually, I have an Earth name, and
Your
that
what
is
name?
Rabbit Fox.
The what?
Watch what happens when millennials millennials meet their new grandpas.
I'm so hungry. This sandwich bread tastes like plywood.
Grandpa, what are you doing? Put it down. That's not your food. That's my food. It's gluten-free.
Yeah?
Do you know what a gluten is?
I know what gluten's are.
I'm gluten-free.
You damn right you're gluten-free, 'cause me and all of my friends, we stopped the gluten.
No, you didn't.
Sure I did.
No, you didn't.
Mm-hmm.
No, you didn't.
Yeah?
You did not.
The glutens, they were coming out of the woodworks. They were Tommy, and Tommy was from Kansas City. So we called him KC. Right behind me was Tex. He was from Baltimore. So there we were.
When Generation Y mingles with Generation What?
All right, see you in a week, Pops.
Huh?
No, not you.
Hey, dollface.
Hey, you get your mangy
Boys.
mitts off of my granddaughter.
You're not my granddaughter.
Don't you tell me what to do.
This is damaging me emotionally.
Who?
The greatest generation in human history faces their greatest challenge. Pop Swap, only on Orlando's Super TV 3.
Ready? Nope. Too late. Ready? Up.
In a world of journalistic excellence
Can I get your opinion?
comes a man with no formal training.
How do you feel about Crap Newberg?
This is Fritz on the Street. For centuries, humans have pondered their place in the cosmos, waiting for proof of alien life. Until now.
Wow. Are you watching this?
Hello, testing.
Incredible. Incredible.
We listened. For the first time, they have made contact. We are not alone.
Feels good to get this thing off, this helmet, yeah? I think they just ripen it, you know? I've been fighting in this thing. Fighting in this thing since Pluto. You know what that smells like? Fighting in this thing, it's just recycling in my helmet here. How you doing?
But were we ready?
France now leaving the European Union, that makes 12. Oh, the humanity.
Hey, come here, pull my finger. Come on, pull my finger. I'm cooking up some hot chili here. Come here, come on, pull my finger. I got a hot one in the tube. Come on, pull it. Hi, Mr. President.
Can humanity survive?
He can't be intelligent life.
Had we built that damned wall.
Tune in to Fartificial Intelligence, only on Orlando's Super TV 3.
Want to open up a drive-through liquor store that doubles as a notary public and dry cleaner? That's all you, my sons and daughters of liberty. Here at Badass Hangry Eagle Brewery, we've been bottling up freedom for over 6 years, and we encourage every American to embrace their God-given freedom with their lips. And just in time for this crucial election year, be sure to look out for our Devil's Advocate series of handcrafted beauties. We'll have you playing both sides of the fence in no time with our party-specific fun facts of corruption printed on every bottle. Our Build-A-Wall VIP beer will infuriate your liberal friends, and our cover-up coffee porter will alienate your conservative ones. Because what's more American than becoming a multimillionaire off a drunken idea for an app that tells you what kind of pizza matches your suit? Drinking a Badass Hangry Eagle? That's what. America. Badass Hangry Eagle Brewery. America AF.
Badass Hangry Eagle Brewery.
Badass Hangry Eagle Brewery. America AF.
Looking for professional installation for that fence? Don't want to do it yourself? Look no further than FenceCrafter, Central Florida's newest and coolest wall building company. If you're like me, you want a yard wall built exactly for your personality. And FenceCrafter will absolutely do it for the least amount of money. If it's important to you, we'll do it, guaranteed. Custom painting, 3D print renderings, and free shipping is the FenceCrafter way of business. Call or find us on social media for your free estimate. FenceCrafter.
Sunday, we bring you the first politically correct monster truck rally. Unless, of course, you find that to be inconvenient, in which case we'll have a matinee on Tuesday. Featuring such non-offensive sports vehicles as appropriately sized foot, mild-mannered canine, funeral service worker, and son of funeral service worker, who, although slightly younger, still gets paid a living wage. And current DC Truck Rally champion, I'm okay with our country having a black president. Price admission includes the entire seat, but you'll only need the edge. Sunday. Try to respect the wishes of our neighbors and keep the noise down.
I'm Sergeant Barkus Clayton. In the 2 decades of my professional career in Central Florida, nothing has twisted up my gut more than the cowards who've taken the baby swans from Lake Eola. The poor Mother Goose calls day and night for her babies, and now she's calling me. The so-called Signet Caper is nothing more than a depraved, hollow individual seeking out the most innocent life form to torment and terrorize. I vow to track these suspects down using force if I must. If you're the one who did this heinous crime, me and the crime ender's gonna find you. Only a jackass would do something that stupid. Or maybe you don't have a brain in that ugly head of yours. If that's the case, I can't help you. But I will find you. And maybe, if you turn yourself in, I'll go easy on you. But rest assured, Central Florida, Sergeant Barkus Clayton will be vigilant, ever present, gun in hand and law on my side. I will not lose this fight. And you can take that to the bank of Lake Eola.
You enjoying the game? It's a nice day. A little hot.
God, Dad, shut up already.
What are they saying? God, I can't make that out. I'm trying to... we should chant along,
You're
but...
gonna embarrass me.
I'm just trying to sing along.
At a soccer match, but feeling a little left out. We've all been there before. If this is your first time watching soccer, we can help with the new app, Soccer Dad. With Soccer Dad, our patented algorithm will scan the crowd to pair it with your local team's custom songs. Turns into...
Your sock has a hole.
Wow, that sounds a lot less aggressive than them.
Or what about this classic?
Your neighbors drive a car.
Hey, our neighbors do drive a car.
You're so stupid, Dad. I hate you.
I'm just trying to be your friend.
Soccer Dad. We can't make your kids like you, but we'll try. From the makers of Sicker.
You fellow wenches, are you looking for a buccaneer to bed or a first mate to swab your poop deck? Well, no one should have to face scurvy alone. Visit piratesonly.com. Think of the pirate possibilities, such as Clamdigger 69.
I'm Clamdigger 69. I have plenty of toys and eccentric things in Davy Jones's locker, if you know what I mean. Again, that's Clamdigger 69.
But let's not forget about Make My Roger Jolly.
I'm Make My Roger Jolly. Allow me to be the first one to truly discover your booty. I'm Make My Roger Jolly.
Pirate 542. And Cabin Swain too.
Hey, don't forget about me. I'm Cabin Swain too. You can come and frolic around my mizzenmast. I'm Cabin Swain too.
Find your buried treasure at piratesonly.com, where X marks the spot.
Have you ever been hungry? Boy knows I have. And sometimes you just don't know where to go. That's why I started Steve's House of Food, where you can get all your favorite foods. Located in my house, Steve's House of Food has all your favorite foods like chicken, nacho, beef, bean, beets, bread, pan-seared foie gras with a Merlot reduction served on polenta, and snacks. Steve's House of Food, where your favorite foods are now also my favorite foods as well. Please come to my house. Please.
From Fitcore, the latest development in sports rehydration technology. Boston Sports Chowder. You lead an active lifestyle, and you love a hearty chowder. Fitcore's patented ergonomically designed chowder flagon effectively replenishes vital body chowders lost during a hard workout. Creamy, powerful, piping hot.
Boston Sports Chowder. Get you off an event and back in the game.
Coming soon to the parking lot of a mid-level amphitheater near you, it's the Out of Touch Music Festival. Do you like spending the entire day in the hot sun thinking, oh yeah, I remember them. They toured for over 30 years and now you'll wait over 30 minutes to hear that one song. They couldn't replicate their initial success, but they didn't break up. Each act guaranteed to have at least one original member. The Out of Touch Music Festival. It's not that new music is bad or you're too old. It's both.
I'm Julian Assange, owner of Julian Assange's Sausage House, located at Flat 3B in the Embassy of Ecuador in London. If you can't get enough of hundreds of thousands of leaked emails about banal topics of insignificance, at least fill up on me sausage. And for dessert, enjoy a conspiracy in 3 delicious flavors: Crooked Clinton coconut, Don't Deport Me Bro mango, and Hacker's surprise. No surprise here, it's criminally good. Haha. Julian Assange's Sausage House. In the Embassy of Ecuador in London. Help pay for me cost of living. Free sausage to Swedes.
After a local Ponzi scheme pulled the wool over my eyes, attorney Crab Newberg was able to recover my life savings, $36,000. Thank you, Mr. Newberg.
You're welcome, Chet. I was honored to recover over $40,000 for Chet after a local gym took him for a dumbbell, and I'd be willing to help you too. I've graduated from an accredited law school and passed an intensive examination in the state of Florida. Ponzi schemes are illegal. You don't need 2 other friends to tell you. Visit AskTheCrab.com. That's crab with a K, and you've got a case.
Education can be the most important decision of your life. So why not invest your life savings on one of the best? Altamont College. Welcome home. This above-average college will help you decide if college is your calling. Whether you're a doctor or physician, a teacher or librarian, a farmhand or otherwise, Altamont College, let us wow you with promises.
Take things to a new level of ennui with the first annual French Riviera Games. Events include
cigarette smoking, depressing filmmaking, scouting, esoteric performance art, and moustache. Fun for the whole family.
We will have disinterested mimes that will challenge your child's sense of existential security.
And a bounce house.
A special appearance by over 50 Serge Gainsbourg impersonators.
And
not the most impressive of the songs that I have on this playlist, but I didn't know that the Ramones did the Spider-Man song.
Dude, I have a spectacular Spider-Man comic book that came with a cassette, and this was on it.
Really?
That issue's worth like, I don't know, $40. So, but I mean, I have that.
The Ramones are like one of my favorite bands of all time, and so the fact that I looked up this morning and I'm like, the Ramones did the Spider-Man song? That's crazy.
Woo! I can't tell you how glad I am Heather made burgers.
Yeah.
I maybe had been drinking for much longer than I normally am before the show and was kind of worried about this segment.
Oh, yeah, because we started early, like, working on the song and everything.
Yeah. And I tried, but at the same time, I was kind of nervous because we're doing the song and shit, so I did not pace myself as well as I should have.
Well, and the thing is, like, the grill she's using is the one you brought over when you did the ribs that one. I think it was like a anniversary party for the podcast or some shit
I did the ribs one time, and I brought it was supposed to be all ribeye burgers, but then they didn't have. Dude, to this day, it is hard to get more than one pack of those ribeye burgers. It'll be like one left if I'm lucky, and then a bunch of the brisket next to it. And the brisket was fine,
right?
But it wasn't as good. And I had planned on doing more grilling.
Well, we'll get to that.
I don't know. I forget exactly what happened, but I just stopped. So, yeah, no, that was great. She's learning charcoal and did a great job.
Yeah, that's the thing. So she'd never cooked with charcoal before, and so then she was like, I'm going to figure this shit out. And so that's what she's been doing the last, like, week now, for a full week. Yeah, I think this is the 5th time she's used that grill in the last week.
It's great. It just adds more flavor to stuff that you've been cooking for years. If
she's been fucking cooking, like, roasting vegetables on it, and I didn't realize, because I eat a lot. I don't eat a whole lot of meat. Like I'll eat the shit out of what she's cooking right now, but for the most part, I don't. I eat a lot of vegetables and rice and things like that. But you throw vegetables on a fucking charcoal grill, and the flavor is completely different. It's fucking great.
Yep. No, I love some charcoal. In case you couldn't tell.
What are you laughing at?
Oh, I was just giggling.
He's like Bushy's fat and likes food.
I just love how cuddly he gets after he's been fed.
Food make happy Bushy. Bushy tummy in good happy now.
Rumbly in my tumbly quiet. Hey, guess what today is?
What?
Very special day.
Okay.
I mean, today's the first day of the very special day.
Okay.
Meaning tomorrow's not going to be just today is the special day, but today's the first day the special day has happened.
Summer.
Wait, are you saying that this is an honorary day, and this is the first time that day has happened?
It is, yes. It was announced yesterday.
Yeah.
That today would be the day. So they had a big ceremony yesterday to say, hey, be prepared for tomorrow.
Okay.
What does that sound? That sounds like California, right? Well, this is coming out of California.
Oh, it's International Jerk Yourself Off in a Public Bathroom Day.
Close.
Jerk the person in the next stall off in a public bathroom day.
Almost. This has to do with something different, some other kind of slime.
Jerk off in your neighbor's Tesla day. Damn it.
And your neighbor's Tesla.
I celebrate all these days.
There's a guy with a Tesla like the next street over. I'm gonna have to go talk to that guy tomorrow. Hey, he's like, sorry, I'm late.
Thank you for your service.
I'm seeing more and more of those trucks around, man. Those
cyber trucks.
I mean, when you see them, you're like, what the fuck is that? And then you're like, I know what that is, but still, what the fuck is that?
That's basically the whole point.
They don't look functional, but I mean, I guess they are if they're being sold, right?
I mean, there's functional as a what is it, the Avalanche? You know what I mean? They're kind of like an Avalanche, or probably like the Honda Ridgeline. It's kind of like a truck UV or something. I don't know what you'd call it.
Well, no, today is a very special day, at least in Los Angeles, and maybe this will catch on in the rest of the great U.S. of A.
Okay.
The Starlight Children's Foundation and a fan franchise, the Los Angeles Ghostbusters, they've gotten together. Today is the National Ghostbusters Day.
Really?
Yes. They have themed hospital gowns for children. Apparently, hospitals are involved and sick kids are involved.
Right.
They're going to have a fleet of, I guess this happened earlier today, fleet of ectomobiles A bunch of people marching in a parade, but they say no props. That's the world we live in today. No props whatsoever. I guess just come in your costume, but have no props with you whatsoever.
Okay, so you can't bring like a
gun.
proton
60.
pack or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
Okay.
Bring your standard flight suit paired with an empty belt and boots. that seems kind of lame. Props are, however, welcome outside of the Los Angeles City Hall with photo ops planned on the South Lawn. So anyway, Los Angeles, very cool of you to make a Ghostbuster Day. I don't know why today, of all days. Is this like the anniversary of the first movie coming out or something? I guess I should know that.
I was about to say, why are you asking us,
well,
nerd?
It could be. But also, what was the day? Never mind. That was Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day. Bummer.
Yeah.
The end of the world was supposed to be Valentine's Day of 2016.
Yep,
remember it?
yeah, a long time ago. Yeah. The ceremony began. God damn it! Today at 10:15. So that was what, like 1:15 our time. And that's about all it says. For over 40 years, the Starlight Children's Foundation has been dedicated to delivering happiness to seriously ill children and their families. So, if nothing else, get the name of the Starlight Children's Foundation out there and look them up. And, hey, if you got a lot of extra money and you want to donate it and get a tax write-off,
Yeah.
that's a
Holy
good
shit.
place.
Today is the 40th anniversary of the movie, June 8th, 1984.
Boom.
Holy shit. So today is 40 years since the first movie came out.
40. You know what? That is in my... God damn it. That was in my...
Holy shit. That's fucking crazy. 40 years, dude.
Your alert must not have went off that you
No.
said on your phone.
It's right here. Yeah.
So I brought it up to you earlier today,
Yeah.
but I watched the movie Ghost Heads today because it came up recommended to me on my Amazon Prime, and it's a documentary about the fandom of Ghostbusters, and the documentary takes place like leading up to the 2016 movie with the female cast, and so then Ivan Reitman invited a lot of them, to come out and see the trailer or see the movie for the first time before it went public and all that. But what was cool to me was like seeing, and also Ecto-1, the car. There are a shit ton of guys out there who have built Ecto-1s completely custom, where it doesn't look like the movie car. Like the one guy made it where it's like two-tone orange and white. And it was a bad-looking fucking car, dude. Like, it was awesome. There's so many people who've customed all this shit, and it was great.
I see people with the PT Cruiser custom to look like Ecto-1. I'm like, that's so lame, guys. Just
Yeah, what's the original? Like a 52 Chrysler?
Chevy?
59 Cadillac, I think.
Yeah,
59
Cadillac.
Cadillac.
Okay, yeah.
We've actually talked about that before on the show. But yeah, 59 Caddy, hearse.
Mm-hmm.
But like some of these guys have actually taken similar cars and they've actually put the fucking lines in them, like the dryer lines coming out of the car. So it's got the blue, the blue hoses coming out of the side up to the top, and they put the lights on them, and like they go like all out making this like movie worthy.
When I was younger, I probably would have done something like that. But
if I'm not mistaken, from what I recall, they never used the car though, right? Like it looked like there was a bunch of stuff going on there. I mean, they drove it, but I'm saying like it's not like the Batmobile. Like they weren't.
No, there was no significance to the story of the
right.
car.
Like the car was cool enough. It should have done like it should have shot out the ghost traps or something.
Well, in the newer movies they do.
Okay.
The newer in the cartoon, in the comic books, they had a gunner seat and stuff, and that's something that they brought back and put in the newer movies. So you see the little girl Sophie, or not Sophie, whatever her name was.
Yeah.
She pops out in the gunner seat and she's shooting. As
Oh,
they're
okay.
driving.
See, that makes more sense.
Yeah.
Here's a question I have related to that. So when I was watching the movie, the documentary today, there's a guy, I think his name was Bill Mosen, if I remember correctly, and he was like the first like Ghostbusters super fan to the point where like they invited him to like the premieres back in '84, and he was talking about
That's
a comic
just because
book.
they didn't know me back in '84.
Was Ghostbusters a comic book before it was a movie?
No.
No,
but there was a.
That's what I thought too.
But there was a Ghostbusters show. Ghostbusters was already a trademark thing. They had like 3 guys and a gorilla, believe it or not.
Okay.
And I think the gorilla's name was Tracy, and they would go around looking for ghosts and stuff.
Okay.
I
So
actually feel like I've seen that before.
It was by another company, and when Ghostbusters the movie came out, and they weren't going to change the name or anything, they had to pay them for the rights for the.
Okay.
Filmation, I think, was the one that did the other one.
Because it seemed like when he was telling the story that he already knew about this movie before it even came out. Like, he built an Ecto-1 and all that. And he was talking about comic books. And I'm like, was it a comic? Like, I never heard that before. So that's why I was curious. Why did this guy know so much about it that he had built all this shit before the movie even came out? Like, you know what I mean?
Right, how would you know?
I'm not sure how we would know the actual Ecto-1, but here, let me play this for you. This is by Filmation. See if you can see it.
Oh, so it's nothing like it. Oh, okay.
Now, did this come out after or before
No,
Scooby-Doo?
before. Oh, probably around the same time. It was
It looks like
very early 80s.
You know, they're capitalizing on that wave, kind of.
Yeah.
There's the gorilla.
I do remember this. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
So the only thing I can think of is maybe they had something like, they knew it was coming out and they got some preview things, but no. The comic that did come out like in conjunction with the movie, it was worth a couple bucks, not a whole lot, but I got.
You talking about like the 1984 version?
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah. And then the real Ghostbusters came out, which was fucking awesome. The comic book, which I have. But we don't need to talk about all that goofiness. But today I just want to say, I'm putting it in my calendar for next year. We're going to have a big party here.
June 8th, yeah.
If it falls on a Saturday, I don't know. Maybe we'll do it. Maybe we'll start doing this on Monday nights because that's a great convenient day.
So speaking of that, when we talk about falling on a Saturday, right?
Yeah.
So it will still fall on a Saturday, but did you see that the Jake Paul Mike Tyson fight has been postponed now?
Yep.
So now it's going to be November 15th.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be November whatever.
Well, so here's the thing. What I know is it already has a Texas State Athletic Commission ID. That tells me that it's actually going to happen. Because it's already run. It's super, super expensive to get the State Athletic Commission to sanction something to not go through with it. But Tyson had the stomach ulcer flare up on a plane flight.
Yeah, okay.
And so that's what he did not want to postpone it. He said, I'm fine, but his doctor said, no, you need to not train for the next 2 weeks. And then that's what kind of made it so that the fight had to be postponed. But there's a lot going on there.
Are you sure that I got a recording of the doctor? Here's what he says. Oh, what the fuck are you doing? Are you sure the doctor just didn't say, "Hey, postpone this. You're an old man. He's a young guy. You're going to die." And
no, because I mean, as a guy who's followed boxing my entire life, Mike Tyson is going to go in there and fight a fucking chump. Like, I've watched all this Jake Paul stuff, man, and I really don't think he. And also, did you see what he? Okay, so here's another thing. We haven't talked about this on the show. They were doing the press tours 2 weeks ago, leading up to this, and then Jake Paul said in the press tour, "I'm going to bury Mike right next to his daughter, his 4-year-old that died in a fucking treadmill accident at his house."
Yeah.
And then after that, Mike Tyson's interviews drastically changed to the point where I saw an interview where the guy goes, "Hey, what's something you wish people knew more about you, about Mike Tyson?" And he said, "Nothing, fuck you," and he walked out. Like,
he's
Mike,
pissed.
Mike is on a different level right now. Like, you just poked the bear cage in a way you really don't want to. So I think that was a terrible decision on Jake Paul's part.
Yeah.
So,
dude, I'm pissed off right now for him.
Well, while I hope that this is all accurate and he's actually mad about it, I, up to this point, had pretty much believed that, Jake Paul's fucked up here, like Mike Tyson's going to fuck him up.
Yeah.
And I still think if it was real, that would be the case. But I have seen a couple, videos come out here and there where they're supposed to be doing, the face-off. and they're kind of joking around, being all goofy with it. And
that's
Mike
all before that.
Weren't
though.
people? Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Weren't people giving Mike Tyson shit because he was like said
Well,
something about
because-
blowing him or something?
No,
Like-
Mike has up until that point. Mike had said things where he goes, "Look, I don't hate him. He's like, he's an entrepreneur. He's doing his thing, and he's like, but if if he thinks he's gonna beat me, it's a totally different situation. He's like, you bit off more than you can chew. But he's been friendly with him until that point.
Okay.
Because when somebody said, "Oh, it's just part of the build-up," I'm like, no. Nobody's gonna let you make fun of their 4-year-old daughter's death.
Yeah.
Like, they're not gonna say, "Oh yeah, sure, joke about that." That people will really dig that. Like and I'll act like you're really getting to me. No, I don't. I think
I hate to say it, but in the background, I feel like if someone's like, "Hey, Jake Paul's on the phone. Hey, Mike, I know this would be fucked up, but what if I give you like another $10 million for the fight?
Yeah,
but I'm gonna make this really fucked up joke."
I've seen his one-man show, and when he gets to that point of his life, like, he's very, very traumatized by all that. So, and the story is, how this happened was he's never forgiven himself for this. So his daughter was 4. He was doing something and he was working out. She got on his treadmill. She was running on his treadmill because she wanted to do what Daddy was doing. He left the room for a few minutes. She tripped on the treadmill and her neck got caught in the emergency release of the treadmill. But because she didn't weigh enough, it didn't pull the card out, and so she hung herself on his treadmill. He came back in, found that. So yeah, and it torments him to today. So that's when I saw that, and I'm like, this guy does not know. Like, I honestly think he has no idea like what the fuck's going on right now, because that's heavy.
Before you told me this stuff, I was all like, Mike Tyson's just figuring out a way. Like, we got the hype, we got the publicity. Let's make this go away. We'll reschedule it for later in the year. Maybe he'll forget it. But no, now that you told me that, and there's actually a legitimate, like, hey, he had ulcers and shit, and the doctors told him to stop this.
Yeah.
And now hearing this, and I'm looking at like some of the shit, here on the internet. Yeah. I want that guy to fucking die.
Oh, Jake Paul.
I've wanted that for the longest time. He's such a fucking piece of shit. But
that's actually why these events make so much money.
That's exactly.
Most people.
That's
want
why
him to die.
all of Floyd Mayweather pay-per-views sold so well, because people just wanted to see him lose, and he never did. And I'm one of those. I watched every fucking Floyd Mayweather fight, hoping eventually someone's going to crack this code, because he's such a fucking piece of shit.
Like, and I'm convinced, as much as I hate it, that Jake Paul is enough of a smart marketer that even like the TikTok, little clips and stuff of, this is who Mike Tyson's gonna fight, and then it's like Jake Paul back when he was a teenager, like doing some Disney, like this was Mike Tyson in 92, and then this was Jake Paul in 92. I'm convinced Jake Paul is probably the one putting out all those videos about it, because they're getting tons of fucking views.
And he could be, and that's the thing that it's so funny to me that everyone's like, listen to this guy. He says Jake Paul really has chops as a boxer, and I'm like, he's fought one pro boxer in his whole career. That was in his age range, and that guy beat him. Now you're Tommy Fury, Tyson Fury, the recently dethroned heavyweight champion of the world, undefeated. His little brother, who's not even ranked, beat Jake Paul.
Right.
So now you're going to put him in the ring with one of the most dangerous fighters of the fucking 20th century, and you think that this fucking guy, who's been beating up people who are in their 50s, that were former retired athletes who weren't even fighters. Like, he fought a retired NBA player, a YouTuber, an MMA fighter who had a compound fracture that retired his career. Like, he's been and also fighting people who are much smaller than him. So he's 6'1", 190 to 200, and he was fighting guys who were 5'6", 160, 145, 157, small old men. Now he's going to go up against Mike motherfucking Tyson. Like, that makes no sense to me. And a man who's mentally unstable from the history he's had in his life, and now you just made fun of his fucking 4-year-old daughter's death, and you think somehow you're going to come out of this. It just reminds me of that fucking line that Brad Pitt said in The Mexican. somebody's leaving this room without the ability to fuck. You know what I mean?
I hope it's real. I hope,
really do,
I
too.
hope that what has happened is Jake Paul has tricked himself, into actually believing that he's, some great fighter.
Yeah, believing his own
and that
hype.
This was a
yeah.
good idea, and that I hope Mike Tyson's not in on it, and it is all real because everybody wants to see him get beat up.
Let me play this. Let's see if this can be faked. Hold on.
So, who the hell am I? They get the dying too. I don't know enough. It's something happened that day. I don't know what happened that day.
But whatever happened that day, was there a new Mike Tyson that came the next day?
This is him talking about his death of his daughter.
No, I did some cocaine for a week. I had to get high.
Yeah.
I had to back then. I had to get high. I couldn't handle it at all.
Damn, right there. For a week, he had to get high. He couldn't handle it at all. So I don't think 2024, which is, I mean, it's been 15 years, but I'm pretty sure with a man like this, which it seems like he has pretty strong convictions either way, once he gets his mind set on something, he sticks it.
Yeah.
I don't think he's using his dead daughter as a fucking way to,
As a pawn, right?
Yeah,
right.
This guy's going to, I hope he breaks the other dude's neck. Just there's certain things you don't fucking joke around about.
Yeah, and that's the thing is like the Paul brothers have made a career out of.
There's two of them?
Yeah, Jake and Logan. Logan Paul, I will say, Logan Paul moved to WWE. He's been in the WWE for about 2 years now. He's really good at what he does. He's a heel. That's what Jake's trying to do, but Logan's doing it in wrestling, and it works. And the wrestlers respect him.
He's bringing wrestling bullshit.
Yes,
to
exactly. But you can't fucking walk up to a man and say some shit like that and not expect to get slapped in the fucking mouth. You know what I mean? Like you're not going into an event here in wrestling. There's a lot of kayfabe, and you come up with, oh man, you know what? I'm gonna play a clip that I don't like playing other people's shows on our show, but
That's fine.
There's a clip just recently I saw about like so if you think about wrestling in the history of wrestling, right? Back in the day, there was a long period of time where these guys, everyone was saying, "Hey, wrestling's fake," and they were still trying to protect their brand, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so they would go out and have a match, have an event, and then have to come back and go to the bar and go hang out and have a bunch of people come up to them going, "Hey, isn't that wrestling fucking fake bullshit, right?" And so they used to have to protect their fucking brand. So just recently, I saw this story. Ric Flair was on Joe Rogan talking about Harley Race. Now, Harley Race, former NWA heavyweight champion, legend of wrestling, and apparently he leaned into it so heavy that when they would go out to the bars, he would go, "Okay, well, I dare somebody to come fucking say that shit to me." And then he would start fights. And
hey, I just got a message real quick.
Yeah.
Apparently Jake Pauley finally did apologize for his comments. He said, in quotes, "I love that kid," talking on Mike Tyson's child dying. I don't know if that makes it any better.
He never knew that person.
I know, that's what I'm saying. If somebody says some shit about my dogs that have died and then come back and says, "Dude, I loved your dogs," I'll say, "Fuck you, motherfucker."
Exactly.
Get the hell out of my face.
It almost makes it worse.
Yes, 100%.
Yeah. And, you know, I think there's a certain point where
I love that kid.
Yeah. What? I think that these guys these guys are wrapped up in this YouTube world of promotion, and I say it all the time. I think people act the way they do because no one's ever fucking called them out and said, "Hey, listen, you come and say some shit like that to me, like." We have to fight now, and this is not going to end well for you.
It's the Trump world. Either you say what you say and then deny it later, or fuck it.
So this is this is the Flair story about Harley race that we're just in the beginning of this. I think you'll understand where I'm coming. So Harley race, like I said,
Brock is our version of Harley race today, but the difference is Brock wouldn't bite your nose off. I don't think he has it in him, and Brock wouldn't pull your eye out.
Pull your eye out?
Yeah, this guy Harley many times. Simple, boom.
He pulled guys' eyes out?
Yeah, I've seen it twice.
What, they got blinded, you mean?
Well, they lost their eye. Was hanging by a string. I don't know what happened to it. This is back in the 70s.
Jesus Christ!
You know,
literally pulled their fucking eye out,
right?
Huh?
You know what Haku is, right?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Got a guy named Haku.
That's a scary guy.
Haku bit a bartender's nose off in Toledo, Ohio.
Yeah, like off.
We've had some really tough guys in the business.
So let's go before we get to the nose. Let's go back to the eyes. So you see more than one guy get his eyeball pulled out of his head?
I've never seen it fall on the ground.
But you saw it hanging out of his head?
Oh yeah, I've seen it 3 times.
Holy fuck! Do you ever see those guys again?
Don't know. No, they weren't wrestlers. They were fans in the bar starting to fight. These weren't wrestlers. These were guys that thought they were tough. Harley used to go like this. He'd go, I have to do the smoking thing because we'd walk into a bar like in Fort Worth. This is his favorite. I said, Harley, look at all the women in here, man. It's packed. These girls in cowboy boots and jeans and shit. He said, I'm going to play pool. I go, Harley, please, just sit down and have a drink. Calm down. He'd go over there. So, you know, popular pool can be in those Western bars, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's guys with 10 quarters. Quarter next guy, right, to play, right? They're all standing there, 20 people around. Take the cue off the wall, chalk it up, knock all the quarters off.
Oh, shit.
I'm next. Anybody got a problem? Just picking it. He loved being the world champion.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, he was a different experience, man. You would have loved him, Joey. He can tell you some stuff. Oh.
Well,
there he is right there
you pop people's eyes out, bite people's nose off.
Brother.
Yeah.
We call him the
I hope we see
human
some of this in
Vegematic.
November.
Yeah, that's considered by many to
I
be
missed
the
something though.
scariest
What does
guy.
that have to do with Jake Paul?
Because that's why
Logan.
back in the day, if you talked shit,
You get that done to you.
Then you had to. You couldn't just go up and talk some shit to somebody's face, and there'd be no repercussions.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Still,
so,
though, that was actually a little bit backwards, though. It sounded like he was the one that would talk the shit to get shit started, and
well,
then still
in that particular situation, what he was talking about, but with them,
that
like,
guy just kind of sounded like an asshole. Right? I mean, right?
You might
like,
be right about that, yeah. But no, but back in those days, he's like, you'd go into the bar afterwards, and you'd have guys wanting to fuck with you because they're like, oh, you're one of those fake ass wrestler people, and that's why they ended up being as tough as they were because they had to get a lot of fucking fights.
Yeah.
Right.
But and so that was where the little weird edit in the beginning, but that's where that story came from, where he's like, you know, you got on the road, people coming to you, oh yeah, my wife's looking at that guy, oh, he's one of those fake ass wrestlers, they're all fakes, they really fight, and then they would be like, okay, well, then we're gonna fake kick your ass right now, but it's gonna really fucking hurt.
I have yet to meet someone that utters the phrase, I bet that guy can't fight, and is the one that can fight. You know what I mean? Like, it's usually
typically, it's a lot of fucking, you know.
I'm gonna whoop his ass. Really? Are you? Because
that was
last 3 times didn't go so well for you.
One of my favorite things is when people go, when they go, oh yeah, well, I could kick that guy's ass, you know, any day. I'm like, well, then go over there and get your ass beat so I can take you home, okay?
Let's get this over with.
I had a particular buddy that was my good friend, my party buddy. We always hung out together, always went to parties together. But I knew at some point he was going to get to some level of drunk, and I was, going to be maybe talking to a woman or something, or, just standing in a circle, just shooting the shit. And inevitably I was going to hear some kind of commotion. And, if somebody doesn't get this guy out of here, there's going to be a fight. And I'm like, I wouldn't even look. I'd say to the people, I'd say, "Hey, look, I gotta go. Justin got too, you know what I mean, drunk again," and I go scoop him up and put him in the bed of my truck so he wouldn't throw up in the cab, and drive him home and leave him in the front yard, sleep in the back of my truck, and then I'd wake up and he'd be gone.
Situation
He would just
resolved.
be like Bigfoot. He would just wake up in the middle of the night and disappear into the woods.
And that basically explained my entire 17-year-old self.
I'm looking at Reddit and a couple of comments here about the Jake Paul thing. One person says just rest in piss, Jake Paul. Another person says for October he should go for Amanda's Halloween since he's been a bitch his whole life.
Oh, man.
So anyway, yeah, it looks like overwhelming people are on Mike Tyson's side. But what if, just for a moment, we consider a world where Jake Paul knocks the fuck out of Mike Tyson?
I mean, he's 58 years old, so it's very possible.
Yeah. And by the time the doctor clears him, he might be 60. You know.
No. I mean, he was 57. He was
I
going to be
know,
57 when this fight takes place. By the time the fight happens, he'll be 58. But
I'm just saying, for a 57-year-old man, come November, there might be something else that say, "Hey, let's take this back.
If this was Mike Tyson versus another experienced boxer, I would say this is not a good idea for Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
But because it's against such a green fighter, I mean, most of his fight experience is with people much older and smaller than him.
Mm-hmm.
And now he's going to go up against a former undisputed heavyweight champion, which, by the way, for Jake Paul and his brand and what he's done, this is a feather in his cap. He's fighting a former undisputed heavyweight
it's a big time
champion.
for him. Yeah.
It's a big deal for him. But I don't think of all the heavyweight fighters that you could have picked, all the heavyweight champions you could have picked, why didn't he pick Evander Holyfield? Because Evander Holyfield would have gone in there and kissed him and prayed with him and loved God with him and all that other shit. But you picked the guy who bit a man's ears off. Bit a man's ear off.
Yeah.
Now, and I'm not just saying this is just like a random boxing, I've followed this my whole life. He broke a man's elbow in a clinch because the guy wouldn't stop headbutting him.
How did he break it?
When you lock up like this, he locked up on the backside of his elbow and lifted up.
Oh.
And bent his arms
Went
backwards.
in reverse.
Yeah, his arms were under here, and then Mike lifted behind his elbow and broke his fucking arms. I mean, Mike is not someone you fuck with.
Yeah.
Like, he's made a pretty honest case over the course of his life to say, I'm not that guy. Like, don't fuck with me, I won't fuck with you. Like, you really picked the wrong... He picked the biggest name he could pick. But I think he picked the wrong fucking guy because this guy's not going to play his bullshit. You know what I mean?
Maybe he thinks he's a little Mac.
Oh, man. He could. I mean, but he's about to be Glass Joe.
Little McDonald.
I'm King Hippo.
If I was still a boxer, I would definitely be King Hippo.
Oh, wait a minute. No, Owen's King Hippo. He's got the bandage on his belly.
It's gone now. It's seeping out into the world.
Seeping out into the world.
I like to say it's airing out.
How'd that biofreeze?
It's fine.
Would you recommend to other people who have spider bites putting biofreeze in?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I want you to feel the pain I felt.
Wait, but after the pain dissipated, like, is there any difference? Is it more numb or no?
You know what? Maybe.
I was like, you haven't been like complaining after the burning wore off. You haven't been.
You know what? I can wiggle and my shirt can rub against it, and it's not as prevalent. So yeah, it is a little bit better.
Okay, so maybe there's instant pain, but there's a numbing that follows it.
Well, I mean, probably instant pain is the open wound. You probably shouldn't put it in an open.
When I was doing tile work, I'd get cut on my hands a lot. A lot of small cuts and stuff like that.
Yeah.
and then you'd put it in the the water you're using. You've washed off concrete, and there's like as a matter of fact, it says all over the bags for concrete, do not use without gloves.
Yeah.
Because it's kind
Do
of
not pack this tightly into an open wound.
right. So for 7 years, I did tile work and never used gloves in the concrete. But if I got a cut, nothing bad or you need stitches. But if I got a little cut, knowing that sticking it in that water was going to sting, I just light a cigarette and shove my hand right down in the bucket of concrete, wet concrete, and move it around and it would hurt like real bad for a couple seconds, and then once you get through that, I think it maybe kills off the nerve endings or something, because then it would hurt
away. Yeah.
But it was either hurt really bad for 20-30 seconds or sting a little bit all day. So I was like, take it.
Well, this is definitely something like I've always been curious. Like, can I handle a fucking brown
recluse?
God, why can't I say that word? Recluse is what I want.
Maybe that's the side effect of the bite.
My tongue is swollen.
It was like that spider was like, I'm gonna bite this motherfucker so hard he can't say my name.
Don't say it 3 times.
Get my motherfucking name out your motherfucking mouth.
I had a nice place under this couch that you had to lay your ass on it.
One brown recluse looked at the other one and goes, I'm gonna bite this motherfucker. This fat motherfucker so hard he can't even say my name no more. And the other spider was like, do it, dog.
I thought that was the black extrovert, not the brown recluse.
A lot of different things nibble on me, and I'm okay with that. So, I'm just happy that I now probably have anti-venom in me, right?
No, that's not how that works.
So if okay, well, I'm glad you said that.
You don't just start producing it because did they put anti-venom in you?
No, but
then no, you don't have anti-venom in you.
My body has now shoved it off. I have survived, so now I can stick my hand in the nest of brown recluses, and nothing will happen to me.
And they'll fucking honor you as their king.
You will do my bidding.
This guy survived 2 bites. Count them 2.
He's gonna stand in his yard like the crow and just wave his hands up, and brown recluse spiders are just gonna form around him, and they're gonna form in the shape of a tank. And then he'll drive a tank of brown recluse spiders into people's houses.
I will snap my fingers, and they will be a cape. Cape of spiders. And just like in that one Disney movie, with the big fat Baymax movie, Hero 6 or whatever.
What?
You know that Baymax? You haven't watched a Disney movie lately, have you?
No.
Superhero 6 or whatever. You know what one movie I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
And his big white Bayomax is his name. And anyway. In that movie, the guy has a bunch of little robots that come up and like make him like different powers. That's what I'm going to do with my brown recluses. I'm going to make them come around me and do different things, and they're going to be my bidding.
Do your bidding.
We bite him and he survived. He is now our queen.
No,
I mean, that's pretty.
The motherfucker didn't just bite me. He bit me twice. He goes, well, that didn't really kill him. I'm going to try the rest of my venom in him.
That's pretty bold talk for a guy who just squealed when he put biofreeze into that same spider bite.
Did I squeal?
A little bit.
Okay.
You did. Yeah, you did a bit.
But the thing is, when a spider bites you, you don't really feel it because their fangs are so tiny. It's later when they get you.
Right. You don't feel the bite initially, but then after the fact.
So I'm sticking my whole hand in there.
When you're spraying out green shit.
There's no green.
If you're going to do it on the show, though, if you're really going to.
Dude, I texted him. I said, listen, this was like Monday. I'm going to try not to squeeze my bites until Saturday. He said, good luck with that, motherfucker.
He literally did say that. And my first thought was like, yeah, sure, man. Whatever's good for the show. But the whole time I was hoping that didn't happen because I'm like, I mean, you don't even want to milk yourself on the fucking show. You know what I mean? Like, I get why you want to do that, and I get why you think that's a good idea for the show, and I'm all for that, okay?
I could have filled up a shot glass, maybe 2.
But for all the people watching that are like, I want to see Owen milk his fucking spider bites on the air. There's a person like me who's here and will be smelling that.
That's what I would.
That's not what I want.
Listen, I sniffed my fingers several times. I never smelled anything except blood. It smelled like the little bloody. That's about it.
You should have done it and then taken the shot.
And also,
I just made myself sick.
If you have to smell your fingers multiple times to make sure that this situation is okay for your radio show friends.
Well, no, it wasn't for you. I just wanted to see what it smelled like. I mean,
I just want to know if I was rotting from the inside.
Every once in a while, I'll find like a pimple like on my shoulder or something. I'm like, wow, that's been there for a while, and I'll barely squeeze it, and a bunch of hard shit
I know
comes out, and I'll sniff it.
Oh, come on!
Holy shit! If it's been in there for a long
Come
time,
on, dude.
that shit stinks. It smells kind of good, but in a stinky way.
Look at Butchie's face right now.
It's pale.
No, you're getting into a spot
that's
here.
So
Yeah.
gross.
What was the name of that nursery rhyme kid that fucking sat on a plum or stuck his thumb in his butt and a plum came out or some shit
Little
like that?
Miss Muffet sat on a tuffet, eating her curds and whey. Along came a spider and sat down beside her.
And said, "What's in the bowl, bitch?"
No.
Whoa!
That's a totally
And
different
carried Miss
rhyme.
Moffat away.
No, that's a totally different rhyme though. He was Little Jack Sprout stuck in his thumb, pulled out a plum, and said, "What a horny guy
What a
am
good
I?"
boy am I? Yeah.
What?
I forget how that one goes.
There's a whole lot of them.
Yeah.
There's a whole lot of nursery rhymes about kids putting their fingers in shit and come out with things.
It's true. It's true.
Yeah. An uncomfortably large amount of stories.
The boy keeps asking me for stories or something at night before he goes to bed, and to whip out a book and read the whole thing, that takes a lot of time. I just want you to go to fucking sleep. So I'll make up stories, and he seems to love them, and a lot of them.
I got one for you.
What?
Hickory dickory
No,
dock.
Hold on, I want to hear about Owen's wholesome bedtime story.
No, I just like they'll start out like with a story that I know, and I don't know where they go. Kind of like the stick your thumb in a plum or whatever. So I'll make shit up, and he's fucking happy with it. So I just want to tell anybody out there: you got a kid, you got a new kid. They want fucking stories. They're giving you books. They can't read. They don't know what's really in the book. Make it up.
Yeah.
And it's good. It's good.
You don't even have to be able to read.
Yeah, it's obviously.
Owen's like, how do you think all this started?
So
I just look at these pictures. I pretend people on the internet think I read. I can't even talk.
I remember when I was in 4th grade, we had the show and tell sort of thing, but in my class it was you could read a book to the class, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so there was one kid, he was on my football team, this kid, Lorenzo Johnson, and he asked the teacher if he could read to the class that day, and he read a joke book.
Yeah.
But here's the best part. He read it as it was an actual book. So he read every joke right through as it was just one line into the other. And he read it, and I was crying, laughing so fucking hard. I looked over at the teacher, and she was laughing too. And the entire room was laughing because he was going, knock, knock, who's there? And he was just like going from the joke, the setup to the punchline, into the next setup to the punchline without a fucking breath in between. And that was the funniest fucking thing.
How old were y'all?
I was in 4th grade.
God damn it.
It was still, to this day, the funniest fucking thing I've ever witnessed.
Knock, knock, who's there? Mom. Mom who? Mom's your mama, and she's stupid and fat. So knock, knock, who's there?
Yeah.
Jeff who? Jeff.
That's exactly how he was reading it. It was fucking hysterical.
That's great.
That is really funny.
Do you know this guy still?
No, I have. I'm gonna. I can probably find him. I'll have to reach out and see if I can find him. But that was the funniest fucking thing.
That would be so.
Oh,
hey,
God.
remember when you couldn't read in 4th grade?
No, he could read. That's why he was reading the book.
Hey, remember when you couldn't read very well in 4th grade? No.
I know out of the group of all of us, I know somebody put him up to that and said, hey, this will be really funny if you do this. And he just did it. And the thing was, no one was going to, because he was not the type that would, volunteer to read in front of the class. So when he did, I knew there was a fucking angle here. There was some angle.
At 9 years old, you're like, that's smart. Where you, can do, you know what? That's true. I guess it is true.
Oh, we knew. I was cursing up a storm in the fucking in the bathrooms back then, because when you go to the bathroom, the teachers are outside, and we're all fucking, talking shit and saying things we shouldn't be saying. Like, yeah, we were already at that point. I mean, think about it. You all have television.
I remember one point when I was kind of getting in trouble, and no. So you remember, like in elementary school, where everybody in the class gets like a certificate for doing good, no matter what.
Yeah.
This teacher would give a certificate every week to the student, that was doing good. But every student got to get one. Every student got one, and it finally was me. It was like 50 weeks into the year, whatever.
I guess we finally got to give Owen one.
And so she pulls me up. She's like, okay, so the last one in the class to get a certificate of improvement is Owen, because Owen, you have improved since the beginning of the year. And she's like, and you're going to continue improving, right, for the rest of the class. Apparently, I talked a lot. I needed attention. And I would shake my head yes, and she would look at the class, and as soon as she looked at the class, I would shake my head no. I got the whole fucking fourth graders like all laughing and stuff, and she didn't know what the fuck was going on, but you know what? Yeah, kids that young are when we get older, we forget how smart we were back then.
Oh, for sure. Yeah,
Jesus.
yeah. I remember when the house that my parents' house out there in Apopka, that we had a lot of parties at. Bushy, you went to the pool party out there, right?
Yeah.
So when that house was being built, we were living in Pine Hills when that house was being built, and I remember we went over there, and the contractor was doing some like last minute stuff. I think he was drilling into the concrete slab in front of the house, and I just thought it was funny. So like I was watching this guy line it for his drilling marks and getting ready to drill in, and then right when he'd drill in, I would pull the plug out of the wall and then watch him lose his shit out there. Oh. And it was so funny to me. And keep it in mind, I was only 7 at this time, but I was watching him lose his shit and kick stuff, and it was like so fucking funny. And then I would, right when he was like coming inside, I would plug it back in.
Oh my!
And he would walk in, and he would see it was plugged in, and he would go and he would test the drill. And he would test the drill, then he would set back up, and then right before he was getting the drill, unplug it again. And I'm watching, this guy was like ready to explode, losing his shit.
Dude.
And then finally he figured out what I was doing, and he went and told my dad about it. My dad was so pissed off because my dad was a mechanic. And he was like, what? He's like, you really pissed him off at that point. But to me, it was like, I'll take that ass whooping, because the show I got leading up to that was fucking chef's kiss, fucking amazing.
That's really funny.
What you're saying is reminiscent to what I'm dealing with the boy right now. He's only 4 years old. He's not smart enough to plug it back in and pretend like he didn't do anything. He'll unplug my fucking drill. I'll come around and say, "What the fuck did you do?" I'd be helping, He's like, "You're not helping." Yeah, anyway.
You've been hanging out with Fat Albert a lot.
Maybe. So.
All right, listen, let's take a quick break, because you told me before the show that you have an angle on rap or cap.
Well, I have my own rap and cap. I've heard Bushy talk about like I was running out of names and shit like that. So I decided, hey, I'm going to do rap or cap today, but I have a different angle on it.
Okay.
So
you have an angle.
Instead of their rap names.
So what's your name?
They're fake names. I got real names. We'll figure out whether these real names actually go to a rapper or not.
Well, you just told us they're real.
No, I might have made them up. That's what I'm saying. If I say,
well, then it's just rap or cap.
Exactly, but with real names rather than their rap names. So if I say Lawrence Smith, is that a real rapper or a fake rapper? And then you get a bonus point if you can figure out who the real rapper is.
Okay.
Like Lawrence Smith, if it's real, his real name is like I don't know.
But you do realize
Runner.
You realize most people though don't know the
exactly,
real
and
names.
Most people don't really care who the real rappers are either. So
okay,
yeah, and then what I'm tying this back into with these real rappers' names might actually link into something that's kind of positive.
Gay.
Yeah, there you go. I'm just trying to focus the show back to what it was, a hidden positive thing disguised.
He's trying to link it back to the way the world was before he got by that spider, and he just wishes
hold on.
that he didn't have this great responsibility.
Well, we were talking earlier about how, having me tell people how terrible stuff is because it would make them feel better about their lives.
Yeah.
If I've brought the show down too far, let me know.
You haven't. Your bit did. No, I'm
Okay.
just I'm kidding.
I was gonna say, I can lighten up if I had been too.
No.
heavy.
I tried to tell you. I said put a positive spin on it. You said no.
I got as positive as I get. What do you want from me?
I will show you how to do it right.
Okay.
He got so positive he's passing tests now.
No, I
not all of them, but the good ones.
No, really
the important ones.
What happened is the other day I was looking at something and I saw a rapper referred to with his real name, and I was like, "That's not that motherfucker's real name." I'm like, "That's not that motherfucker's real name." I'm like, "What?"
Oh, it's like they have real names.
It was so. I guess it was like a white man's name or something,
So did you think that Snoop Dogg's mom actually named him Snoop Doggy Dogg?
No.
That's on his birth certificate?
No, but I just find it silly where somebody's like, "Man, I am motherfucking Uzi Killer, motherfucker," and his name is Harold Johnson.
Yeah.
It's like, come on, dude. How street are you?
There are some really good ones.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying there, Mr.
Okay.
Poo-Poo. And then one of these people, maybe I made it up, maybe it's the same thing, but he does a lot of good work. And it's not going to be Drake, but I did find that Drake did a lot of good work, and that'll be something further on down the road,
Oh, speaking of that, so when we do the third segment, I'll tell you, I got a text message from Matt Ills yesterday.
Okay.
Something that he mentioned to us on the air when you were interviewing him,
Right.
apparently is starting to catch fire now.
Sweet.
I did hear that interview.
Okay. All right. So
Well, what part?
Lucian Gray.
Okay.
Apparently that's now starting to get attention in the media.
The song?
No, the person.
Okay. All right.
We'll talk about that when
All
we
right,
come
all right,
back.
all right.
All right.
I want to look it up now.
So this one is one of my favorite songs, or one of my favorite ones out of this list that I found, because this is definitely not the type of music I would play on this podcast. But this song,
is it a Spider song?
I remember when Loretta Lynn said, "You want to walk me home again?" And I said, yes I do. And she said,
Well, I don't have to go right home, and I'm the kind that don't like to be alone. If you would, I would too.
and so we took a stroll and wound up down by the swimming hole.
I knew Hole was going to be in there somewhere.
Do what you want to do, I don't care.
I got silly and I found me a frog in the water by Holly Lodge. And I shook it out. And I said, Loretta, this
that thing on
frog's for you. I don't like spiders and snakes. And that ain't what it takes to love me like I want you to.
Spiders and Snakes by Loretta Lynn and Conway Twitty.
I don't like spiders and snakes.
All right, you're listening to Pop Culture Radio. We'll be right back.
My dog killed the snake too, like the day before I got bit by the spider. It was fucking crazy.
Well, I think of that girl from time to time, and I phone her up when I got me a dime, and I say, hello, baby.
The war on vending machines is hitting closer to home. It's hitting the workplace. Salutations! My name is Dr. Patience McCracknuts, PhD. Reap the benefits of healthy living with Dr. McCracknuts' line of tasty vending comestibles. And because Dr. McCracknuts knows a thing or two about those mid-afternoon doldrums and lethargy, we have started dispersing vitamin B12 syringes in all of our vending machines. Lift your spirits and carry on, ladies and gents. Your hunger just met its worst nightmare. Dr. McCracknuts.
Coming to a vending machine near you. From Fitcore, the latest development in sports rehydration technology. Boston Sports Chowder. You lead an active lifestyle, and you love a hearty chowder. Fitcore's patented ergonomically designed chowder flagon effectively replenishes vital body chowders lost during a hard workout. Creamy, powerful, piping hot.
Boston Sports Chowder. Get you off of the bench and back in the f***ing game.
The twilight years are the best years of your life.
But you might not know that if you're just watching TV.
Hi, I'm host Chris Christopher.
And I'm Neil Scheinfeld. Getting older offers insightful commentary and wisdom to those of you enjoying your last years.
We understand you have, at best, 4 more years left. Getting older shows old people, not unlike yourself, doing things exceptionally better than you.
Drop us a line to be featured on the next episode. And do it quickly, sooner rather than later.
Time is a precious thing, and so is tuning in to Getting Older.
Do you handle sensitive information across your servers, but hate taking the responsibility of serious repercussions if they're mishandled? Introducing Hillary Mail. It's like Snapchat for national secrets.
My ex must have accidentally sent me nudes.
What? No way.
Should I open it?
Let me see. Yeah.
No way, Jose. Or en español, soy tu abuelita.
Nothing sticks on Hillary, and it shouldn't stick on you.
I just emailed my boss and told him off.
Aren't you worried you'll be fired?
Nope.
I mean, you're gonna be fired.
I got Hillary Mail.
Mike emailed awfully late.
I stand with you if you stand with me, regardless of what you stand for.
Hillary Mail, for when you just want to do whatever you want to do. Tonight at 9 on Orlando's Super TV3. She's a nun with a secret past.
I must confess, I've never ever taken confession, never.
He's a 12-year-old genius who plays by his own rules.
Oh, DDoS hack of NORAD? Child's play. First, soccer practice.
Together, they are Penguin and the Rookie.
It's never gonna work, rookie. That's what my mom said about birth control.
2 paths, 1 journey, where salvation and puberty collide.
Defuse the bomb already, honey. I can still catch happy hour. Chill out, you old bird. I have 15 seconds and 10 are for boobies.
Start the habit. Penguin and the Rookie on Orlando's Super TV3.
Just in time for the political season, PP Boy Records presents Ragtime Election Time, a collection of only the finest political parody songs featuring Hillary and the Clintones with their version of the Deleted Emails Blues.
The Deleted Email Blues. Thank you.
And the hit single Trump Dumps by the Trump Tonights.
I'm in the dumps because today's Donald Trump's got this election all in a spin.
I would be remiss to not mention the Bernie Sanders should have been nominated with their smash hit, Bernie Sanders should have been nominated.
What's got you so agitated? What's got you so agitated? What's got you so agitated?
Bernie Sanders should have been nominated.
Ragtime Election Time, only on PP Boy Records. Get political with funny.
Life's not fair! Have you felt neglected? Have your needs been denied? We are currently bringing a class action lawsuit against the news junkie. Have you been denied any of the following? Magnet, shirt, bumper sticker, $50 gift card, badge, chat room impunity, live trivia complaints, self-validation, or otherwise. If you've been wronged, please don't delay. Take back what should have been yours. Join the ASCII class action lawsuit today.
Ginkgo Kielbasa, from the people who brought you Energy Brat, comes a taste you'll never forget.
Ginkgo Kielbasa.
The first time you met the love of your life and the smell of the air. It's a MeTube memory miracle!
Ginkgo Kielbasa.
Overcoming the rival team, and the first time you won the game. Listen to that crowd.
Ginkgo Kielbasa.
The first time you couldn't pay rent, and the taste of delicious ramen noodles.
Ginkgo Kielbasa, the meat you'll remember.
Want to open up a drive-through liquor store that doubles as a notary public and dry cleaner? That's all you, my sons and daughters of liberty. Here at Badass Hangry Eagle Brewery, we've been bottling up freedom for over 6 years, and we encourage every American to embrace their God-given freedom with their lips. And just in time for this crucial election year, be sure to look out for our Devil's Advocate series of handcrafted beauties. We'll have you playing both sides of the fence in no time with our party-specific fun facts of corruption printed on every bottle. Our Build-A-Wall VIP beer will infuriate your liberal friends, and our cover-up coffee porter will alienate your conservative ones. Because what's more American than becoming a multimillionaire off a drunken idea for an app that tells you what kind of pizza matches your suit? Drinking a Badass Hangry Eagle? That's what. America. Badass Hangry Eagle Brewery. America AF.
Badass Hangry Eagle Brewery!
Badass Hangry Eagle Brewery. America AF.
I often wonder what kind of a future we're going to leave behind for the children, you know?
Hey, John.
Howdy, Bill. You all right?
This is John. He's been a Continental truck driver for over 35 years.
They said, basically, you can't have the trees no more, can't chop them. There ain't none left, which I know is false. I pass them by every day, driving.
Recent congressional hearings have decimated his trucking routes, carrying precious timber from Washington State to Washington, D.C.
They call it damaging the earth. What about me? I need to feed my kids, and that's by driving a truck filled with lumber. The future concerns me right now, if I have enough money to feed my kids, yeah?
Environmental groups are petitioning against American jobs at an alarming rate, citing global climate change on so-called deforestation. Tell your state senator that American jobs are more important than trees. The planet can wait. John can't.
This message paid for by Americans for Work.
Builders Blocks! Hey, I'm Shay, owner of Builders Blocks. We get it. January? New Year's resolutions? No one has time for that. Right now at Builders Blocks with a Z, Central Florida's most ripped gym, we pay you. We literally will pay you and you won't have to work. It's simple. Join and bring 2 friends. Sound easy? It is. We'll even pay you more if those friends bring friends. Stay swole with the pros, only at Builders Blocks. Discounts of pre-approved groups of 5 or more.
In a world of journalistic excellence,
Can I get your opinion?
comes a man with no formal training.
How do you feel about Kraft Newberg?
This is Fritz on the Street.
baseball, apple pie, your grandmother's fried chicken. These are great institutions of the American dream. And let us not forget another icon of the greatest country on earth, a German-style Mexican imitation lager. Now that's America. Here at Badass Hangry Eagle Brewery, we've been bottling up freedom for over 6 years, and we encourage every American to embrace their God-given freedom with their lips. Want to work as a pedicab driver and play Pokemon Go all day while enjoying one of our Imperial Cuck Stouts? The Badass Hangry Eagle says, "You do you, brah brah." Literally, we trained one. It says that. America. Badass Hangry Eagle Brewery. America AF.
Badass Hangry Eagle Brewery! Sunday, we bring you the first politically correct monster truck rally. Unless, of course, you find that to be inconvenient, in which case we'll have a matinee on Tuesday. Featuring such non-offensive sports vehicles as appropriately sized foot, mild-mannered canine, funeral service worker, and son of funeral service worker, who, although slightly younger, still gets paid a living wage. And current DC Truck Rally champion, I'm okay with our country having a black president. Price admission includes the entire seat, but you'll only need the edge. Sunday. Try to respect the wishes of our neighbors and keep the noise down.
Imagine the opulence of Broadway captured via video. Behold, the future of Broadway is no longer confined to Manhattan. Introducing Super TV3's latest production, Hamilton the Musical. Yes, Hamilton the Musical will take you on a tanned journey through the eyes of arguably this generation's greatest actor, George Hamilton. Written in a sing-song fashion, George Hamilton speaks about his upbringing.
Born in Memphis, Tennessee, in 1939. A terribly handsome baby. Thank you.
George Hamilton offers us his greatest asset in his singing voice, like this song called
It's Like Love at First Bite.
And gives crippling insight into the dark side of Hollywood.
Susan St. James has halitosis. Take that one to the bank. Thank you.
George Hamilton is George Hamilton in Hamilton the Musical.
And I says to him, I says, you know, I was in The Godfather. The bad one. Kentucky Fried Chicken in my hand, in my mouth, and in my hand.
Only on Orlando's Super TV3.
Every year, people spend thousands of dollars on pedigreed show-quality dogs. Fancy, right? Now look at your own dog. I'll wait. Feeling like the dollar value of your beloved pooch might be a little lacking? Hi, I'm Charlie Sousa. With my patented formula for canine restoration, my team and I flipped over 800 dogs last year alone. And this year, we hope to double, triple, or even quadruple the value of your domesticated best friend. Paid $100 for your chihuahua at a rescue shelter? We'll take that little shaky son of a bitch and duct tape a spoiler to his hiney, increasing downforce and road traction. Bingo, bango, bongo! That mutt is easily worth his weight in pure commemorative figurines. It's as easy as that. Has Rex's eyesight started to fail in his twilight years? My system will teach you to prop him up in front of a piano while wearing sunglasses as we pipe in the music of a beloved king of blind piano, Ray Charles. Rex's net worth has just increased by 11%. It's just that easy. Flip That Dog LLC is the only solution you'll need for all your dog estimates, restoration, and reappraisals. Hire us today or buy my new book, Life's a Bitch, and Now I'm Rich, by Charles Sousa. Call now. Don't spend money on your pooch. Make it. Flip that dog. Woo!
Coming soon to the parking lot of a mid-level amphitheater near you, it's the Out of Touch Music Festival. Do you like spending the entire day in the hot sun thinking, oh yeah, I remember them. They toured for over 30 years and now you'll wait over 30 minutes to hear that one song. They couldn't replicate their initial success, but they didn't break up. Each act guaranteed to have at least one original member. The Out of Touch Music Festival. It's not that new music is bad or you're too old. It's both.
You fellow wenches, are you looking for a buccaneer to bed or a first mate to swab your poop deck? Well, no one should have to face scurvy alone. Visit piratesonly.com. Think of the pirate possibilities, such as Clamdigger 69.
I'm Clamdigger 69. I have plenty of toys and eccentric things in Davy Jones's locker, if you know what I mean. Again, that's Clamdigger 69.
But let's not forget about Make My Roger Jolly.
I'm Make My Roger Jolly. Allow me to be the first one to truly discover your booty. I'm Make My Roger Jolly.
Pirate 542. And Cabin Swain too.
Hey, don't forget about me. I'm Cabin Swain too. You can come and frolic around my mizzenmast. I'm Cabin Swain too.
Find your buried treasure at piratesonly.com, where X marks the spot.
Orlando's Super TV3 presents a real-world comedy filmed in front of a live studio audience. Locker Room Talk Live. Let's see what the boys get themselves into this week.
Make sure there's plenty of towels in there for when the racquet ball game is over with.
We gotta mop the shower real good this week. I know they go and pee in there.
That's not pee, though.
That not pee, though?
Hey, I just checked my 401k on the way down here. I'm rolling in it. Rolling in it, Bobby. I bet you'll let me grab it by the p***, huh? Yowza! You should be so lucky I get my hands on your mother's you son of a bitch.
Holy moly.
You goddamn you have offended me, sir.
Hey, I'll
some pants
stuff
on.
you back in there like a goddamn bowling ball.
Oh, yeah? Well, your mother has the size of her and if you don't like it, you can take it and shove it way up your Stop touching him.
I'm the stork. Your mother. I'm the stork.
Oh, they're horsing around for real. Oh.
Tune in at 8 to see what people are willing to accept this week. Locker Room Talk. Tonight at 8, only on Orlando's Super TV3. Tonight on Orlando's Super TV3, from the producers of Naked and Enlightened, we bring you the social experiment of the century, Pop Swap.
Who's got the TV? Who's got the batteries for the remote?
That is the remote for the Himalayan salt rock lamp.
Salt rock? What the hell is
that? We don't have a TV in
no
here.
TV?
That,
yes, we have a TV. I worked 30 years for. We have a TV.
Get in tune with the root chakra.
I got my chakras. My doctor prescribes them. Rhonda, you're talking nonsense.
Actually, I have an Earth name, and
Your
that
what
is
name?
Rabbit Fox.
The what?
Watch what happens when millennials meet their new grandpas.
I'm so hungry. This sandwich bread tastes like pride bread.
Grandpa, what are you doing? Put it down. That's not your food. That's my food. It's gluten-free.
Yeah?
Do you know what a gluten is?
Yeah, I know what gluten's are.
I'm gluten-free.
You damn right you're gluten-free, because me and all of my friends, we stopped at gluten.
No, you didn't.
Sure I did.
No, you didn't.
Mm-hmm.
No, you didn't.
Yeah?
You did not.
The glutens, they were coming out of the woodworks. They were Tommy, and Tommy was from Kansas City. So we called him KC. Right behind me was Tex. He was from Baltimore. So there we were.
When Generation Y mingles with Generation... What?
All right, see you in a week, Pops.
Huh?
No, not you.
How you dollface?
Hey, you get your mangy
Boys.
mitts off of my granddaughter!
You're not my granddaughter.
Don't you
Your
tell
mitts
me what to
relax.
do!
This is damaging me emotionally.
Who?
The greatest generation in human history faces their greatest challenge. Pop Swap, only on Orlando's Super TV 3.
If you think having fun at the sports game is sitting on your hands, you need to call me, Jake Berman. Hi, I'm Jake Berman, and I've been getting under the skin of professional ball players the world over for decades. And now, I want to teach you how to heckle like the pros. Cheering on your home team away from home? Hey, do they just breed losers here? It's like this place is a toilet bowl. Or trying to impress a date?
Stop.
You are
Just
so
stop. Please
bad.
stop.
You're
Just
such
stop
a
right now.
loser. God, I don't
gotta
know why they even
know
pay
what?
you.
Hey, don't call.
I'm Jake Berman, and the next time you go to the ballpark, you'll be that guy. Call 415-2399-878-61515. Again, that's 415-2399-878-61515. Jake Berman, 415-2399-878-61515. I want you to be that guy. 415-2399-878-61515. Then pound 10. I'm Jake Berman.
You've seen the phenomenon of making a murderer. Now it's time to go a bit deeper. Super TV 3 now brings you Making a Shoplifter, the documentary tale of a man accused of an unspeakable crime.
Hey, hon.
I'm sad.
Oh, yeah?
No.
You know, just try to think of the good times, huh?
It's been 56 minutes. I still have to pee.
Oh.
Yeah, they let me go once. I've had a great pop since then.
You know you're not allowed to have those sugar pops.
No. WrestleMania's next week.
Don't worry, okay? Your pops is taping it.
Hulk is gonna make a comeback. He's just misunderstood.
New witnesses.
I saw him with the bag of the buggles. I knew exactly what he's doing.
Drama unfurled.
I've worked here for 16 years and we've never had bugles.
The riveting drama.
Have you guys seen my buddy, what got the witch fingers? Been waiting for like 54 minutes.
Evidence mishandled.
Well, have you tested the evidence?
We always test.
Welcome back to Pop Culture Radio. So, this song was way down on my list. But the reason why I picked it, because the name of the band that does this song is all one word, Jungle Pussy.
I'd like to get lost there.
Jungle Pussy with the name of the song called Spiders. And so I'd never heard of them, and I saw it, and I'm like, I'm going to listen to this. And I did. It's super loungy. It reminds me of like Portishead or something. Definitely more drum and bass than Portishead, but it's something like sort of loungy to me. That's what I thought. A lot more songs that I expected when I typed the word spider into Spotify and started doing. Yeah, and a lot of metal bands, apparently, like to write songs about spiders.
Spiders are cool, man, except when they bite you.
I can only pick so many of them because I got to the point where it was like, I can only do so many of these.
I mean, that's the first rocker tattoo, right? The spiderweb on the elbow.
Oh, yeah.
I should get one of those.
The one that goes like, it's like on the, oh, man, that's like a.
Or is that biker, not rocker? I thought
it was both back in the day.
Biker?
Now they're grandpas. You see grandpas now with them because the 80s bikers now.
It was bikers. It was tattoo shop guys. It was punk rock thing for a while. It was.
You should get your whole belly done and the spider just coming out of the belly button. Like that's the middle.
Crawling out of it.
Yeah.
I got a deep belly button.
But a big old spider.
A lot of spiders can come out of that thing.
What if you got your belly button pierced and then just had like one of those plastic spider rings?
You get a belly button. You got a navel piercing with a spider hanging out.
Yeah, the plastic spider ring you get from like Chuck E. Cheese. It is spiderweb tattoo.
My belly button is that deep.
Nice.
No, don't stick your finger after it's been in your belly button after you've worked all day out in the yard. This stinks.
You're bragging about how deep it is because you want one of us to fuck it.
I don't think you could get your head in my belly button. I don't have my belly button's deep.
Now you just made it logistically gross.
I can only feel half my belly button because of that surgery I had.
Oh Jesus!
Oh man, one of us could tear it apart.
Yeah,
we both could.
It was funny because the scar goes from here and it goes down and around my belly button and then straight down to about an inch above my junk.
Does it really?
Yeah, no, I got a scar from here to here.
Damn.
Yeah, they took out my bladder and everything, and
they put it back.
Yeah, well, I think
they
so.
put it back.
I mean, what's going on?
Yeah, no, I had like a part of my colon removed.
I remember you telling me that.
I had a sigmoidectomy.
Huh.
Yeah, not fun.
Sigmoidectomy.
That's what Roy had.
I was going to make the Sigmund
lion.
Freud joke afterwards that you want to.
No.
Oh, God, I can't even say that to you. I was going to make a Sigmund Freud joke, but I'm like, I can't say that to that man's face.
So
I was going to say, did you want to fuck your mom after that?
No.
Why?
No.
Why
Freud. Sigmund Freud.
Sigmund Freud, yeah.
Is the Oedipal complex.
I was thinking Schrodinger's cat. I was like,
oh no, or Pavlov's dog.
He would probably want to fuck a cat, or a dog, not his mom.
Wait, what's Schrodinger's cat?
What is the cat in the box, or something like that?
Oh,
you have a box here. There's a cat in it, or is there? Well, I don't know.
Freud pretty much said that all guys want to fuck their mom.
Yeah,
that's what he said.
Yeah. That's why I've been married 3 times, because I don't know my mother. So I'm still looking. I'm looking for somebody to fit the spot. And I think I might have found one because she yells at me a lot. So, I mean, that's like a mother, right?
The whole idea that there's a guy who's like, he's well decorated, well fucking pedigreed from a lot of psychological degrees.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, what does it all mean? And he goes, every guy wants to fuck their mom. And then people are like, you should publish a book on those findings. Like they humored him to the point where
I mean, YouPorn.com right now is all full of videos of guys fucking their moms. I mean, there might be their fake moms.
Stepmoms.
Still.
Not your real mom.
There's one child that's actually real in that scenario, right? Supposedly.
It's all theater, so it's not real. But
I meant in the theater of the mind. There's usually the girl who's the real daughter,
right,
playing around with the stepbrother.
Okay.
And then the mom comes in, who's the real mom of one of them.
Well, you just took it a different angle because I was just thinking about the son, stepmom, stepson thing. But now you're talking about the stepson, stepmom, stepdaughter, or stepsister thing, which is another thing, too. There's a lot of things like that.
Since Brittany has had the baby, I'm just saying it's not totally gone, but it's not like it used to be.
You're looking at a lot of porn. Is what
And
you're saying.
I'm just saying I have to get up at 2 a.m. and go to youporn.com and take care of business sometimes. And it seems like all the videos, man.
Yeah, they're all
this stepmother and
taboo, Twisted Family, all that. Yeah, that's the thing right now.
And I don't know my mother, but I'm thinking of calling her and asking her if she's married. You know, just so I can have a stepfather to show me what to do to a hot 20-year-old.
Fuck your stepdad?
If he's in the room and there's a hot 20-year, no, I'm just kidding. No, I wouldn't do that shit. But I don't. It's not worth calling my mother over. One of these days I will call her, but I like right before she's dying, I think I will call her and say, "Hey, I just want you to know you missed out on a lot. Happy death." Is that horrible?
He's like, all the women I fucked like you missed out on.
Now, out of the women, I will say, out of the women that I've been married to, they're all very different from each other, and when people say like they
none of them suck a dick like your mom did.
I don't know, probably. I don't know. I didn't get a chance to ask my dad about that one.
Most guys, it's like, can't make a meatloaf like my mom did. Owen's over here. Hey, Ma, I need you to show this one here around.
Dude, should call my grandmother and see if she's. No, I know. Actually, I know the answer to that.
Whoa.
What are you talking about, my mom?
No, because you're encroaching on Bushy's territory. If you're going to call your grandmother to teach someone how to suck a dick.
No, listen. My grandmother doesn't know anything about oral sex. I'm just telling you right now. She called me up not too long ago because she had to go to the doctor, and you know how they have the form, and it asks you, are you currently involved in oral sex? She had to call me that night. She goes, Owen, what's this mouth sex stuff? And I go, Grandma, don't worry about it. Just check no.
Send her a link on Pornhub.
Check
this out.
Hadn't been invented yet.
Yeah, exactly. Actually, it has.
A guy that talked like Humphrey Bogart was going, what's the point, see? Why would we bother fucking a mouth when you got a perfectly good pussy down there, see? That makes no sense at all.
Frankly, my dear, I'll just come in your cooch. I don't. Yeah, all right. That's enough. Old lady sex is not where I wanted to take this segment.
Okay.
Where do we want to go? Dirt. You're 50% in charge of this.
You tell me. You said you had a bit where you looked up actual rappers' names.
Well,
their
some of
real names.
I don't need it. What you think? Because I'm not bending over with
So
this belly.
you're looking at this is their real names, right? Because I know a lot. I know.
all right,
I wouldn't say a lot. I know a handful of rappers' real names. So
hold on. Usually we do rapper cap, and it's the
Yeah.
Big Bush Man, and
Yeah.
he makes up some rappers' names, and I'm like, I can't fucking believe that's the rapper's handle. You know,
right.
I
It's
mean,
like their CB hand. I got you. Yeah.
like what's the one? Uzi Off the Chains or something? Uzi 2 Chains?
Lil Uzi Vert or 2 Chains.
Yeah, what the
Two
fuck?
different-
There's two different guys. Yeah.
Okay, all right. I mean, it sounds like it's a 1997 AOL.
So of course,
handle.
obviously, their name is not that on their birth certificate. Right. I get it.
So something came up the other day, and actually, you know what? I'm going to play the song. I'm going to play this song real quick. It's not a, well, I mean, it makes my booty clap. I'm not taking place as a booty clapper, but this song came up. You know who this is? Do you consider Pitbull a rapper?
No, he's a dance musician.
All right.
Me personally, I don't know.
I like the fact that Owen found the number one, air quotes, rapper that 40-year-old women are into. He's number one with 40-year-old women. Look it up, tell me I'm wrong.
Well, it's not just Pitbull on this. There's some other people like T-Pain, Sean Paul, Ludacris. A bunch of them.
Right, all the people that were popular 15 years ago.
Yeah.
There you go. Okay.
I'm sure this is blasted in a kid pickup line at school right now. Yeah.
Is DZ Kid Zone still a thing? 'Cause those are the or with a trampoline place. Which, by the way, if you've never been to one of those trampoline places,
I haven't yet.
It's really fun until you get stuck in that fucking foam pit. I had no idea that, pulling yourself out of something that was softer than you are is a near impossibility. Especially when it's a bunch of little pieces, and so you grab onto one, and all you do is push it down into as you're. I actually started getting. I'm not even claustrophobic, and I was like, I'm gonna die in a foam pit. And then I realized I was 6'2", and my feet actually did touch the bottom before I went all the way under.
I just love the visual of Bushy, and he's just grabbing foam blocks above him and stacking them underneath himself.
Oh, it was way smaller. We're talking about like Rubik's Cube size. Millions of them.
Oh, man.
And as soon as I stuck in like a tent post, I'm like, oh, this was a bad idea.
I'm picturing you drowning in the foam.
I was fucking terrified.
He's looking to climb on a door with somebody.
What's funny is the graphics for this song is supposed to say Planet Pitbull in his glasses, but obviously some stuff is cut off, so it says Planet Pit. And I'm picturing you and Planet Pit drowning in the foam.
That's me.
But no. Anyway, all right. This song came on, and I heard it said it was Shake Sonora remix, and I'm like, this must be coming out because
from Beetlejuice,
from the new, but it has nothing to do with Beetlejuice. This came out in 2017. This song.
Well, it was originally Harry Belafonte that did the song, right?
I know.
Okay,
but this Pitbull remix with everybody.
Yeah.
This came out in 2017. I mean, like, why the fuck would you remake this song?
Well, he's a Caribbean artist, so he's probably covering it because what year did Harry Belafonte? No, he died in 20 or 21 somewhere in there. But either way,
so
I was curious if it had anything to do with that.
No, that's why I'm like, this is a perfect like promo.
Okay.
If the people from Beetlejuice would get on their ass and contact Pitbull,
Okay.
I know Mr. Worldwide. Do we like him or not? I'm asking.
He's not my thing. I don't have a problem with it. Like, I don't know if he's a terrible person or not, but he's just one of those guys to me. It's like, I've always thought he was like not as talented as he got credit for.
All right. I
personally,
I kind of felt that way too, but hey.
I was like, he just wears a suit and he pumps his fists and smiles, showing his teeth, and then has nothing to do with the music that's playing.
But you both
personally.
You both have the same haircut. You both look good. It looks tight. I mean,
But old Pitbull back in the day, I remember seeing him like doing like verses where he was like punching people on stage that would try to jump up on stage with him. So I know back in the day he used to be pretty fucking like hardcore, and like he was like San Juan hip hop scene in Puerto Rico was pretty tough, and I think he came from that. But then he turned into like the just Mr. 305 Miami guy that was just like pump his fists while music was playing, and like he wasn't even doing verses anymore.
Yeah.
He was just like chanting alongside other people. So I don't know.
All right, I just got a message. It says this song was released in 2011, but then Ludacris added a part and it re-released it in 2017 or something like that. Is that
so
normal?
he had
I don't know.
I mean, everybody like gets together with songs and
people
then
do
they
remixes of shit constantly. So I mean,
well, that's annoying because like I'm from a comic book background. I get issue number 1. I want issue number 1. I don't want 3 months later issue number 1 come out again with a different storyline. It's annoying.
Well, I don't think that's actually how it happens, but what happens is somebody will, especially when it comes to like mixtapes and like independent releases, guys will take a track that's already a song that's already been out, already charted for somebody else. They'll take that track and then they'll do a verse over top of it and release it on a mixtape that's put out by like their street team, and all it is just basically to circulate material to keep shit going out. So it's like if you're a fan of a guy and like you're part of a street team or supporting him, it keeps you're constantly getting new material from that person, whether it's a new album or a new single. You're still getting new shit from them.
Right.
There's a couple guys. I can't think of the other one, but Mercules, his whole thing was completely redoing. He wasn't just doing a verse. He'd like take the track and completely redo it. You know what I mean? Like every verse, all 3 verses, the chorus, everything. And actually, a lot of times I liked Mercury's version better than the original. But that's also different than what you're talking about. You're talking about like a feature, a remix where they just kind of bring somebody
added a feature
in.
to it.
Yeah.
But with like Mercury, so what you're saying is like that's kind of what I thought what was going on more than not was that guys would like just take a track, like if it's a top 40 hit that's a hit for somebody, and then you had like a guy who was part of like an underground crew in Houston or some shit, like he would take that track and then redo that track and put it out like on an underground tape or a mixtape or whatever. Because it's like, we already know this is a hit. Now I'm going to throw my shit onto it and sort of piggyback off of things. Because there's not a whole lot of resources for a lot of guys who, especially if you're on the underground, unless you got somebody who's a producer that's like working with you and like constantly putting out new shit, you're basically having to stay alive by taking tracks that are already out there, throwing your own spin on them, and then putting them out for free. Because you can't legally sell those tracks, but you can burn a fuck ton of copies of them on CDs and just pass them out all over town, and then people do it for you. They circulate your shit for you.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah.
Very good. All right. You want to get to the game real quick?
What you
so that
got?
we can get to the booty clapper.
I do not have a booty clapper. I could not find the one I was. Plus, after the conversation, I realized that the song that I would have chosen maybe you don't want to hear. So.
Everybody forget the song I just played. I'm going to play it again in like 2 minutes.
Okay.
No,
all right.
I'm just kidding.
No, all right.
No, all right.
What you got?
We're going to play a little game here. Come on. Intro music. This is called Rap and Cap. Owen
You can't steal my name, too.
I'm stealing everything from you.
He's called it Rap and Cap.
Oh, okay.
It's Rap and Cap. I don't know. All right. Winner of this game, it's similar to the original Rap and Cap by the Bushy, but instead of their rap names, I'm using their real names, their God-given names. And by God, I mean their parents. And winner of this, because I forgot to do it earlier when I stopped by the gas station, because I'm like, I gotta fucking get gas and I gotta get beer. I forgot to get the lotto ticket for $5. So whoever wins gets this IOU for next week for a $5 lotto ticket.
Oh, man.
This is high dollar shit right here.
Okay.
Last time I did well, you got scratch offs. I forget.
You did.
I won like
you like $30 or $40.
I think it was like 45.
Fuck yeah, man. So next week,
all my lottery tickets you gave me ended up. I used them as kindling to start fires in the fireplace because they were all worthless.
I mean, most lotto tickets are worthless. That's why I like waste. I don't know.
I never win. I was completely taken by surprise.
Well, like I said, I was doing some stuff this week, and I saw a rapper's real name. And for example, let's say if
technically this game should be called a Rapper Rap.
Rapper Rap. Birther Rap. Birther. No. So if I say Sean Combs, everybody knows that's a real
Puff Daddy. Yeah.
Cap.
Okay, right.
That's rap.
That's rap. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. It's Rapper Rap because they're both real
They're
names.
both real.
But we're trying to. So what are we trying to figure out?
No, he's made up. So he's got real rapper
I
names.
have some fake ones
and fake names. So when he says the name, we have to guess whether that's a real rapper or not a real rapper.
Okay, we're just going off of real names.
Real names. Yeah.
Okay.
So all right, the first one up on here. This one is Jonathan Dank. D-A-N-K. Jonathan Dank. You think that's a fake name?
I think that's fake. I feel like I would have heard
Dank
Jonathan
is
Dank.
such a like culturally popular weed word.
Weed word. So that would probably be more of a rap name, not a real name.
But you got the guy named James Blunt. So, you know.
But
yeah,
is
but
that his
guy
real
doesn't
name?
sing like I think he would if his name was like Terry Nichols.
I'm just saying it's possible for somebody to have the last name
That's
Dank.
true. That's true.
But
That is true.
I can't recall ever hearing of anybody with the last name Dank.
Okay.
But I think there's a lot of guys out there who, when they hear like, "Hey, have you heard that new James Blunt track?" They were very disappointed when they heard it. It's like this song
has nothing to do with weed.
This guy doesn't say nothing about blunts, man. Fuck this guy. He's just crying about some bitch he saw at a bus stop.
I don't even like what would be considered like stereotypical stoner shit. Like I don't like stuff just because it plays up stoner. And I actually kind of remember thinking that, like, this guy's name is James Blunt. He's probably making some. I think it was like an Afro Man kind of thing, you know. and then it came in.
And
I'm
he's got,
like,
it's beautiful.
yeah, I was like, and I like the song.
Beautiful.
I like the song, but it was definitely misleading.
It's true.
He should change his name to match his music.
His name should be
James Crybaby.
No, James Meadows.
Yeah.
All right. I like it. All right. Jonathan Dank.
I think that's Cap.
You both say Cap?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I got to say, you both are right. No, good job. Good job. Good job. All right. All right. I made that one up while sitting on Bushy's couch. All right. Christian Perez. Christian Perez.
Rap.
Is that a rap? And you get extra bonus points if you can figure out. If you think it's a real rapper.
Right, if I know who it might be.
Who it might be.
Fuck.
Who it might be. All right, so Christian Perez. Who might that? You say it's a rapper. Who might that be?
I do say rap.
I think rap too, and I'm trying to think of what
Christian
the rap name would be.
Man.
Or did I make that up? Because Christian and Perez. I don't know. I don't know.
Harder than it sounds, isn't it? No,
we both stuck on
rap.
rap.
I feel like I know this one, but I can't.
I've heard
think
the
of
name
who it
before,
is.
and I can't think of where I've heard it.
All right, I'm going to reveal these all at the end. I'm going to put a rap for both of you.
Okay.
Rap. All right. I can't read my writing on this one. How about Ryan Francis? Ryan Francis.
Oh, that's rap.
You think it's rap? You're for sure.
I think I know who that is.
Who do you think it is?
I'm not going to say that because you're going to reveal at the end.
Well, yeah, but I mean, I'd like to hear you guess. You might be totally on it. Oh, hold on. You're right. Wait till the end.
Okay.
Ryan Francis. Ryan Francis. Because we're gonna. Because this is for $5 lotto card. This is for real.
Right.
We got.
I mean, I'm trying to think. I feel like I've heard that name before, but at the same time, it almost seems too standard. You know what I mean? It's almost like, hey, let's throw in this super. I feel like this might be the swerve. You know what I mean? So
okay, yeah.
I'm gonna.
Well, maybe that first name I threw out there was the swerve.
Maybe it was. Maybe there's 3 swerves.
That's a lot of swerving.
I'm gonna say rap.
You're gonna say rap.
I think it's rap. It's like.
So we got tied. We got both of you rap on the first.
Have you heard
one.
of Floza Nostra?
Yeah.
All right.
Every time you say Flows and Ocean now, you know what it reminds me of? Remember that game on Double Dare back in the day? Where it's like that game where you had to reach up inside the nostrils and pull out the flag?
Yes.
That's what I think of when I say when you hear Flows and Ocean now. It reminds me of that game.
Britt ripped me so hard on that one.
All right. This other name, it's a little hard for me to say. Fahim Rahad.
That's real.
That's real? Yeah. All right. That's real. Do you think Fahim Rahad is real?
I think that's a rap name, yeah.
All right. Do y'all have any guesses who that might be?
Fahim Rahad, I want to say, would be like one of the people in Wu-Tang or something.
Right.
Like I don't think it is, but it's like in that realm. Maybe
All
like
right.
someone that's like a New York rapper.
City rapper.
Yeah.
It's a possibility.
He definitely
Nation
would
of
have
Islam,
starter
it would have
coats.
been East Coast, Northeast rap scene.
Hootie.
Hootie?
No.
All right.
And the Blowfish?
No.
So far, you got the same answers on each of them. You all say these are all real so far.
Okay.
I mean, I think I heard of the first 2 or 3, and then the next one felt like a swerve. So I don't know. Like,
all right, this is gonna be the last one right here. Last one.
Okay.
Brian Bridges.
Brian Bridges.
Brian Bridges. Is that a real name of a rapper that's famous, or did I just make that one up?
Brian Bridges.
I'll say that one's Cap.
That one's Cap.
I think Brian Bridges.
Brian Bridges. And I guess I should have said at the beginning, they might have like 4 or 5 names, like birth names.
Right.
But I'm just saying the 2 that, you know.
What would be on your ID? Yeah.
Not necessarily
Okay.
first or last, but the 2 they seem to go with more other than their rap name.
Okay. Okay.
Brian Bridges.
I feel like Brian Bridges, for some reason, I feel like that's somebody who is maybe has like
or did I
is
just
part of a celebrity family but doesn't want to claim that, and so is going under a stage name. I feel like.
Or did I just
I'm going to say that's rap. I'll take
Okay,
rap on
you
that
did
one.
rap? Okay, so it comes down
He
to
said
that last
cap, I
one.
said rap.
All right,
Okay,
all
all
right,
right.
All right, let's rewind. Armando Christian. Last name is Perez.
Christian Perez. Okay. Yeah.
I think
Armando
you
Chris-
said just say Christian. You didn't say Armando.
He said Christian
I think I
Perez.
said Christian Perez.
Perez. Yeah.
Well, that changes it. Start the game over.
All right. I'll give you one. Armando Christian
Tainted
Perez.
and unclean.
No, I'll stay.
You-
What did I said?
You
rap.
both, you
I
both
said
said rap.
Yeah,
You
I'll
both said
stick
rap.
with
Yeah.
And you both are right.
Okay.
Do you know who that is?
No.
Well, you should. I played his song just a moment ago. It's Pitbull.
Oh,
Armando.
really? Okay.
All right,
Okay.
enough of that shit.
Okay.
Oh, you know what? I'm going to play it lightly in the background. All right, the next one was Ryan Francis. You both
Okay.
said rap.
Yeah.
Ryan Seacrest's little brother that raps.
Well, you know what? No. You both are right. It was Sean Paul, Ryan Francis, Hernandez or something.
Sean Paul.
Oh, so Sean Paul.
Ryan
Okay.
Francis. That's his
Okay.
full name.
I
Sean
knew-
Paul, Ryan Francis.
Not who I thought it was then.
Who also sings on this song. Do you kind of catch?
I thought it was Ryan Lewis. Or Macklemore. Macklemore and Ryan Lewis. I thought that was, yeah.
The next one you both said was rap was Fahim Rahad.
Yeah.
His last name is Najem.
Okay.
It's gonna kill me when you tell me who it actually is.
Who you were saying somebody in the Wu-Tang Clan?
So, I'm telling you, I know.
I think I knew who it is.
I mentioned him earlier because he's singing on this song. Yes.
Oh, I was going to say I thought he was one of the guys who crashed into the Trade Center.
No, it's
Is it Ludacris?
It's T-Pain. T-Pain.
T-Pain, that's his real name?
Fahim Rahid.
Yeah, I wouldn't
Okay.
guess that. I was thinking somebody else.
And finally, this is the tiebreaker
Yeah.
between the both of you. Who's going to get this IOU for a $5 lotto card next
All
week? Brian Bridges.
Brian Bridges.
Who, if you know Stan Lee, he likes to use the same letters for every name, like Peter Parker.
Yeah, yeah.
That's the only one I can think of right now, but there's a lot of them. But Brian Bridges, his first real name is actually Chris Brian Bridges. Does that help anybody? Ludacris. Boom. So you said it was fake because the guy was Brian Bridges. So I
thought it would be weird if we just all agree. I had to do some kind
That's
of.
the only reason why I said rap.
I would have gave you both $250.
He said cap. He said cap, so I was like, I'm going to have to go rap on this.
I was like,
because otherwise it's not interesting.
No. I'm just saying. All right. So all those guys I took from it wasn't hard. I took from the little sample song that I heard.
We didn't even make up one name.
No, I did. I did that first one, which I made up on the spot. Whoever I just said, the Dank one, Jonathan Dank.
Jonathan Dank.
I made that. I looked at you and I go, Dank.
Checks out.
So, but Ludacris, I didn't know this about Ludacris. Apparently, he does a lot of fucking good. He has the Ludacris Foundation,
Yep.
and from what I was reading, they don't do like groundbreaking stuff, but they do stuff where like they'll send a gift basket to somebody's family who has a kid in the fucking hospital. I mean, that's fucking
That's cool
huge.
shit, yeah.
That's fucking huge. They do simple little things like that where you don't have to do like a world-changing thing to make a difference.
Right,
And that's what like this whole thing brought up to me, and I just wanted to share that out there. A lot of people out there struggling with depression and evil thoughts and stuff like that. One of the best things to do to make you feel better about yourself and who you are is to do something good. And you don't have to do something that changes the fucking world. It can be something as small as like a little gift basket. Maybe go to the gas station, buy a couple lotto tickets or something, give them to somebody. Say, hey.
Well, it's like Eazy-E, like back in the day in Compton. He used to stay over at a lot of single mothers' houses. When they were having a hard time, getting the bills paid, he would just come over there and just stay and provide them emotional support, and then that's something that a lot of those
works.
single mothers never forgot,
Whatever works.
because they had multiple children that were named Eric after that, and they just remember him coming over there and staying with him when they couldn't pay the power bill,
Suddenly the power was off. So anyway,
it's
all
just it's the little things that matter.
It is the little things that matter.
He's-
I like
he's-
what you
he
said.
was very small.
That's what I tell Brittany every night. It's the little things that matter. All three of them. Anyway,
I just
All
made
right.
a joke about Easy E fucking lots of single mothers, and it's not really a joke. Like that was kind of the MO.
That
the
was his thing?
Yeah.
That's how he rolled.
Also passed away with AIDS, so I'm not saying that anyone came out of this unscathed. Just saying.
Remember, like when you were in like I don't know if you were in the Boy Scouts or anything, but I was in Awana, which was like the church version of Boy Scouts, and you got like the veil, the sash you got to wear, and every time you did something good, you got the thing. What if every time you fucked a single mom, you got a little badge? That'd be fucking awesome.
I was just gonna say I was in the Cub Scouts for a very short period of time. That didn't last for long, and I'm glad.
Why?
I'm glad I got out early.
What happened?
Well, I'm glad I got it early because the first time I did get jerked off around a campfire, it wasn't by a used car manager who happened to be leading a Cub Scout pack. It was by a female. Or that I was dating, or anyone that I was dating at the time.
Same age.
Yeah,
All
yeah,
right.
yeah.
It was by a 60-year-old female.
Yeah, it wasn't. I wouldn't have sun lotion applied to my back at 10:30 at night. You know. I just want to. Have you watched any of those documentaries? Sweet shit, was that a fucked up situation?
I've heard stuff, and I don't like it. Poor kids.
It's like I got a fucking patch for whittling, and God, I wish I didn't.
I didn't know whittling was with your mouth.
Oh, depends on who your teacher is.
Whittle my diddle. What? No, don't do that. Don't.
Look at this
so-
rocking horse.
One thing I want to tell you, if you guys haven't seen this,
Yeah.
new docu series I watched this week. It's called The 7M TikTok Cult. Have you heard of this?
No. 7M?
7M.
I like their tape.
Yeah, I was going to say, it makes me think of house renovation.
I'm trying to think what network this is. It might be a Netflix thing. I think it's Netflix. So this is a story that's still ongoing. Has not been, I would say, it's not come to a close yet. But there is a cult that it goes way back to the Shekinah churches. It was a Korean, I want to say Korean, Christian church. Started back in Korea, blew up in the United States in the 70s, 80s, right?
Yeah.
There's a guy named Robert Shin who was a giant part of that church. He's still like the main pastor of it today. Yes, Robert Shin. So right shortly after, if not in the middle of the pandemic, when a lot of artists were turning to social media to make money, whether it be TikTok or Instagram or YouTube or whatever, he started inviting these artists to come to his house and be part of this marketing company he was starting. 7M being like a management group, right? And then as they started showing up and becoming part of it, he's basically indoctrinated them into his religion and then made them cut ties with their families. So there's been a bunch of families who've been going to California. It's like somewhere in the Los Angeles County or area, but not quite in Los Angeles proper. And parents have no contact with these people. Like they just vanished into this man's house during the pandemic. They still see their daughters and sons and everything dancing on TikTok and dancing in videos, but they cannot have contact with them anymore.
That's
like
fucking weird.
They don't respond. It's like they've been kidnapped, brainwashed, and indoctrinated into this church.
That's how Jake Paul started.
It's a crazy story, but it's still happening right now because they're adults. The courts are like, what are we going to do? Like, we can't go in there and say, hey, your son's been kidnapped, because he hasn't. He just doesn't want to fucking respond to you. But there's a lot of people that were part of his church going all the way back to the 80s that are like, hey, like, this guy did really fucked up shit to me. I'm sure he's doing the same thing to these people now, but without proof or without anybody coming out and making allegations against him, it's just hearsay, and they can't do anything about it. But it's currently ongoing right now. It's fucking crazy.
So 7M, they're not a well, they're calling them a cult, but what do they consider themselves?
They call themselves an artist management company.
All right. I got their phone number here. We should call them. Not right now. But I'm going to do more of this like harassing stuff.
Do you really have their number? Oh man.
Yeah, I mean, I just typed in 7M contact phone number. It comes up, you know.
Does it?
Google comes up with stuff. Yeah, like all these places, like if you have a business, you got to have a number. You know, if you got like an organization
for tax records or whatever.
If you have an
okay.
I
comes
wonder
up.
why nobody answers their phone anymore.
Exactly.
So weird.
But no, this is a shit that I used to do a lot. Like, you know, if there's like a story like this in the news, I would fucking call them and just say, hey, I heard your story in the news. What the fuck is going on? Usually they'll hang up on me or something, but sometimes I will call a place like Scientology. I start calling like the local chapters.
Yeah.
And I'll be like, hey, I heard David's in the news. I want to join, but I don't want to be dead. And they will talk to you for a little bit and try to make you understand things, and it gets really weird. But anyway, that's kind of tell me some of these things. And during the week, because I've just since I've had to go through my office and kill all the bugs that I've found, so I don't get bit anymore. I've cleaned it up a little bit, and I've got where I can run phone calls, and I can maybe record some stuff during the week and then bring it back here to the weekend.
But
so,
but that's one of those stories that I think it says 2025 is when like the trials start for the people that they were able to do some shit about.
Yeah.
But like the main guy, like they got nothing on this guy. It's really fucking crazy. Like some of the families have like tried or have, I guess you say, essentially rekindled relationships with their kids, where the guy was basically telling the people, he's like, hey, you have to talk to your family or else they're going to keep doing this.
And
so go talk to them, just don't tell them anything. And so now the families are like, oh yeah, well, she shows up at Christmas and Thanksgiving, but if we ask her how are things going, she blows the fuck up and says, don't bring it up or I won't come and fucking talk to you anymore. Right. So it's like they can't get anything out of them. Like, so they don't know what's going on behind closed doors, but like they're like almost, for all intents and purposes, they're kidnapped by this group.
Yeah.
Well, there's a few of the, and I literally know nothing about TikTok.
Right.
But I have seen a couple stories where it's theorized that a couple of these maybe more popular TikTokers or, you know, anyway, TikTokers, whatever.
Yeah.
Are actually like kind of human trafficked. Like they're like they've got like 1,100 videos and it's all in the same room,
right?
With like 3 different outfits,
yeah,
and that's it, and nothing's ever changed. And like, you know, people have even messaged them and start, you know, hey, talk in code, where you know, wear this or put your dress down over your right shoulder on your next video if you're in distress, and then they start doing the shit. You know, like, oh man.
Yeah, so that's kind of how what this whole thing started, was that the one girl that her family blew it up was I think her name was like Miranda Wilkinson, and it was her and her sister. It was the Wilkinson sisters, had a big YouTube channel, and then this one sister went with this group. The other one was like, these people are really fucking weird, I don't want to be part of it, and she split. And then she was one of the ones that like broke all contact. And so all the YouTube people were like, hey, what happened to your sister? And like she wasn't creating content anymore because her sister was in the 3M group. And so people were like 7M, the 7M group. Yeah, that said 3M.
They like the tape a lot.
Yeah. So that's what kind of what blew it up. And then the girl and her family like made a video and said, this is what's happening. This is why we don't have any new content out. And then that's kind of what blew it up for the church, where they call themselves a church. They're obviously not that.
Well, it says they're operating as a religious deal. But but
let's say you get the tax breaks.
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah.
What's there's not a whole lot of difference of a cult operating and then a religious institution operating.
Well,
quite
so
honestly.
here's the thing: it's not illegal to have a cult. It's not illegal to coerce people into doing things on their own free will. Where a lot of the cults, and they even talk about this in this docuseries. And the guy, one of the like main prosecutors in LA County, said what ends up getting cults in trouble is taxes.
Yeah.
They start fucking around and they make some mistakes, or they make some mistakes in the way that they're like, managing their business, and it's always that is what brings them down.
Well, taxes and the fact that they kill everybody. They all drink Kool-Aid. And
there's
they all
lots
die.
of
If they paid taxes, they wouldn't care.
Pay your taxes and we won't have to kill you.
Yeah.
Fuck this life.
But a lot of these cults though, that they don't. There's a lot of cults that like literally don't kill anyone. But what ends
They're
up
not trying hard enough.
But what ends up getting them busted is that they don't do something paperwork wise or tax wise or something, and that's what gets them brought down, because it's not illegal to psychologically torment someone to the point where they do whatever the fuck you want them to do.
Really?
Yes.
Oh.
It's not illegal to do that.
All right.
That was the only thing stopping me.
All right. Let's play another game real quick.
What?
Is this
Yeah.
the definition for church or cult? Ready?
Okay.
Blank is a group which is typically led by a charismatic.
Charismatic.
Yeah, that's the word. A self-appointed leader who tightly controls its members, requiring unwavering devotion to set of beliefs, practices which are set upon by a
cult.
Something. Yeah, but it is a cult. But it sounds just like a fucking church. You have to you read the Bible. You have to do exactly what the Bible says. You listen to the man up on the podium.
I was going to say the only difference was the word demand, I think. Or right? Didn't you say like,
tightly controls its members? No, I mean that's group which is typically led by.
Okay,
maybe
so
it was tightly controlled.
Yeah,
something.
Yeah, tightly controlled.
Because you just said that, I'm going to bring something up that I thought I saw earlier today that was super funny to me, because I'm not the biggest fan of organized religion. Most of you know that. But there was a situation where, and I'll just say the show, because if you want to watch it, the show's great. There's a show on HBO called We're Here. It's drag queens who go to visit people who like feel like outsiders, and they help them. They help them find out that there's a whole community around you here that supports you and that's cool with you, and just like you're not alone, that sort of shit, right? But there was the new season. The first 3 episodes are in Murfreesboro, Tennessee, where doing drag shows became illegal, right? So there was a handful of these people in the town where they were coming to him and going, "Hey, we don't want anything to do with you because being gay is against the Bible, right?" And that's what they keep bringing up. Being gay is against the Bible. Being gay is against the Bible. And it drives me nuts because these people, okay, obviously are less than 100 years old, okay? And I say that, less than 100 years old, because anti-gay stuff in the Bible is less than 100 years old. There was no anti-gay stuff in the Bible until 1920. It was added. And when I see these people, and it's really hard to, not be insulting, so I'm going to be insulting. If you're a dumb fucking shit fuck from fucking Murfreesboro, Tennessee, and you go, but in the Bible it says, no, it doesn't. You're stupid. You're stupid. You believe a guy lived inside of a fucking whale. You believe that a motherfucker built a ship and put every animal on the planet on it. So you're obviously very fucking stupid. So I don't expect you to understand everything.
Two of every animal.
Yes. But
a man and a woman.
But there was no anti-gay stuff anywhere in the Bible until the 1920s, when it was added because there was a lot of street prostitution that was happening at the time, for lack of a better term. And so they started adding the gay stuff into the Bible to try to discourage the spread of disease. So there was no, first of all, the Bible's not written by God or Jesus or any of those people, but so it's not the word of God that you're going, God said this, and God didn't say shit. I understand you don't understand what the toothbrush is. You're not going to understand what the Bible fucking is. But all that gay stuff was added.
What I find great, I mean, besides the gay stuff, You mentioned Jonah and the whale.
Yeah.
That story and Noah and the ark, all those stories they have found written hundreds of years before the Bible was ever done.
Right.
Hundreds of years before Christianity says the world was created by Jesus
Well,
Christ.
and also, if there was a man named Moses who led all the Jewish slaves free while they were building the pyramids in Egypt, a culture who is known for their record keeping, I think that would have been written somewhere on a scroll.
Or carved into a stone.
Carved into a stone somewhere. They're like, hey, remember that motherfucker ran off with all our Hebrew slaves? Remember that guy? Nothing mentioned.
Yeah.
Because Moses didn't exist. He was not real. But anyway,
and the
when
Bible's
I
a
hear
bunch
the
of
people,
stories. Yeah.
when I hear the people going, well, we're against it because God said, and it drives me nuts because, like, you can go to these people and go, hey, check this out, because I have one. I can show you a Bible from 1894, which is at my family home, and I can show you the whole man lie with another man verse in the Bible. When you read that verse, it has nothing to do with that. And then you're like, here's one from 1896, 1897, and then 1920. All of a sudden, it's anti-gay. Like, it never existed.
Dude,
like, they never had a problem with it until it was like, hey, these street prostitutes are really fucking making people sick and they're not showing up to work. So let's add that to the Bible. And then,
and plus, there's probably some guys that were kind of skeeved by it and be like, let's make this illegal. Let's just.
Yeah.
I don't like these people. So.
But it's just whenever I see old people, and I understand, like, the closer you get to death, the more you want to be on the right side of Jesus. Because you've probably made a lot of mistakes in your life, and now you're like, oh, I'm getting old now. Time to fucking get serious about this whole afterlife shit. And so, and they think this is there's no afterlife. God said, but it's just it's always funny to me when I see shit where they're like, I'm sorry, listen, you seem like a sweet person, but you are against God.
You want to know what the afterlife is like?
It's black.
No, think back to
emptiness.
The day before you were born.
Exactly.
That's
right.
the same thing.
It's nothing. Yeah.
This is what's going to happen when you die.
But it's just crazy to me when I see stuff like that. 'Cause I'm like, God damn, dude. That's the tiger, the spider bite infection that you have, right? So these people got bit with a fucking with an infection when they were children, and then their whole family was like, hey, you know how Easter Bunny, the Tooth Fairy, and Santa Claus, and then eventually you're going to get old enough where you don't believe that shit anymore? Well, here's this guy Jesus, and you're going to believe this for your whole life. I know it doesn't make any sense, and there's no possible way this is true, but if you don't believe it, we'll light you on fire.
He's a witch.
If you don't die, you're a witch, motherfucker. No, all right, let's wrap this up.
Yes.
I know you said you couldn't really find it, but real quick, give me an idea what booty clapper you did have at first. Do you have any idea what the song was?
Nah, it's like I said, I started into it, and it's fine. If you got something, or if Dirt has another Spider song or whatever, that's cool.
Hold on. Rap song, booty clap, Spider. I'm just going to randomly search for this, see what the first video that comes up. And it is a Black Youngsta Booty official video.
Well, definitely don't play that.
Don't play that?
No.
I'm already hit play.
No. Dude, please. That's going to be way worse. Seriously, don't play that.
Talk about killing people?
Don't play that.
All right.
Like, on a real note, don't play that.
All right. Everybody look that up later. All right. The second one that comes up is Sunny Flame Booty Clap.
I don't know what that is.
All right. We're going to play this one. If it's really bad, I blame Bushy because he told me not to. He didn't tell me not to on this one. I don't know.
Well, I had something, but it had something offensive in it, so I didn't want to play it. This is probably safe.
Yeah, the song you sent to me, the title of it was "Let Me Put My Gun in Your Butthole."
That was the title of it?
No.
No? Okay.
No.
I believed it for a minute. All right. I'm done with this one. All right. Skip. I don't know.
I do have a song to end the show on. Because we just talked about that. Now it's like, do you know what have either of you seen the movie The Life of Brian?
No.
Yep.
Do you know what that is? You do.
Monty
Python, The Life of Brian.
No, I don't know.
So, it's a great comedic story. Monty Python. Brian is the guy who was born in the house that the manger was in the backyard of when Jesus was born, and so his whole life, everyone's confused him with Jesus, just because he happens to have 12 friends as well, and him and his 12 friends are running around just trying to be normal, Jewish kids. But they're like, hey, that guy and his 12 friends, that must be Jesus. And so he's like, evading, the law as well. And so at the end of the movie, just make sure the fader's up. There is a great scene where it's him and all of his friends being crucified. And they're on the top of the hill with the sun setting behind them. They're all on their crosses. And then they go into a can. And they sing the final song of the movie. And Eric Idle is the one who plays Brian in the movie. So he takes the lead.
Some things in life are bad. They can really make you mad. That was well rehearsed.
Oh, wait, this is not. Hang on. Let's see. Here we go.
Some things in life are bad. They can really make you mad. Other things just make you swell and curse. When you're chewing on life's gristle, don't grumble, give a whistle. And this'll help things turn out for the best. And always look on the bright side of life. Always look on the light side of life.
This is what they're singing while they're on the crosses and they're doing the cans.
If life seems jolly rotten, there's something you've forgotten. And that's to laugh and smile and dance and sing. When you're feeling in the dumps, don't be silly chumps. Just purse your lips and whistle, that's the thing. And always look on the bright side of life.
Woo! There's a line coming up that is my favorite in the song.
Look on the bright
Side of life. Woo! Here we go.
When you're in the World Cup and all your hopes
Oh, this is different words for the fucking World Cup. There's a line where he goes, life's a piece of shit when you look at it. Death's the only end, and that's the end. All right. So,
I dig it.
Go figure, they turned it into a fucking... I see now it says unofficial England football, whatever. But
they sold out.
God damn it. You fucking fucks. Well, I mean, they're almost all dead now, so I guess... There's only a handful of them still alive.
Keep dying, fucker.
All right. You've been listening to Pop Culture Radio. We will see you next week.
Oh,
yeah.
Yep.
Pop Culture Radio has been a weird Florida production. Like and subscribe on your favorite platform.